Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Revolution Gaming Podcast for April. How you motherfuckers doing? And yes, no, Jess is not behind the computer. It's just money makes me horny like every other woman in America. It's just a single girl trying to make it on my own. But all right, let's get the guys sitting here before I fuck this up anymore, and we'll get started. I think, maybe. Where are they? I forgot. Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. There he is. He's
Okay,
here.
let's go.
He's watching.
Ooh.
Quick, everyone scatter.
All right,
Ah!
now listen.
A
No,
chair's gonna
listen.
go bog.
For
Go
the
back.
rest of the stream, I'm not going to refer to Murmich as Murmich. He's now Big Boy. For
Really?
the rest of the stream.
Big boy.
I will not
Big boy.
accept that.
Big Boy.
You don't have to.
Oh,
I'm sorry, big boy.
Oh, Big Boy. He's got all the money. He supplies me. He's my sugar daddy, Big Boy.
No, it's like I fucking
Please,
regret
no.
something to you, you fucking asshole.
So-
I mean,
slap you.
okay, Murmich, be real with me. This isn't the worst nickname you've received.
It's not the
Yeah.
worst, but
Ah!
still.
The-
Oh no, he's upgraded from Dick Mitch to Big Boy. I'm gonna tell Jen.
I'm not
I'm
even
like,
that big.
I'm gonna be like, Jen, now he's my big boy. He gives me money.
oh god. Stop.
You want to know what she
Stop
would
it.
say? She would freaking go, "Where's my money?"
Is
Wow.
she gonna be my big lady friend?
Wow.
Oh, hello. I'm so excited. But as you can tell, I'm in a good mood
Collaborative
today.
stream.
I hope you guys are having a great day. It was on your end. Okay, good. Thank God. Well, unfortunate for you, but whatever. So yeah, this is the last of the normal just podcast, nothing else. We'll talk more about it later, but starting next time, there's going to be a post show, which is going to be over on Patreon. We'll get to that shit later. No more self-promoting right now. But we actually have everybody here for the first time in 4 fucking months.
Woo!
So yeah,
Gosh.
that means the podcast is going to be 8.5 hours long. And
No.
That's not an
it's-
April Fool joke. I don't know
it's-
what is.
Yeah, it's not.
Wait.
It's not. Yeah, I know, right? It's never gonna
Huh.
end. We're just
Maybe
gonna
it
have.
could be if you really wanted it.
We're just gonna go through every game on the Steam account from April 1st to May 1st. We're just gonna list them all off. We're not even gonna curate it. We're just gonna read every one, especially the hentai games, which we know that Silver is a fan of.
And then we're gonna go back through them in reverse alphabetical order.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
told me you'd keep that to yourself.
Well, I mean, sir, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm at least open about the fact that I read adult visual novel games because I'm an adult.
Jokes aside, oh no, hey, I make it clear that hey, dude, gotta indulge, right?
Yes. All right. So,
Gotta
with
indulge.
all our self-degradation out of the way, jerks aside.
Jokes
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. Keep
That,
it
that,
that way. All right,
that's
fine,
it. That's
fair enough.
fine. I'm banned already. I just made a jerking motion on stream. Great. But yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna start out
shit.
with the jokes games, which is more than appropriate on April Fool's Day. I hope you have been tricked, manipulated, and you have been emotionally damaged today in some way, shape, or form. I know Dan did his part at work today, which is great. But we're not really here to do that today, only because of the fact that
That's what we
in-
do every month. Like,
Yeah,
is that
that-
any different, really?
if you've watched any
You know
of
what you
my
came here for.
if you watched any of my streams, you know they're just a train wreck. So it's not really going to change much if I try and make it even worse. All right, so
Okay.
we're going to start off with our joke games of the month, which they are all pretty damn good. I would have to say. All right,
If you
so
actually taking a look at the one I've got.
who wants to go first?
Well, it sounds
I'll
like
go
Silver
first
wants to
this
go first because he's
Sure.
quite proud of that. Whatever that
Let's
is.
see.
I didn't look
I
at his
think
list.
it's pronounced as Dogestein.
Okay.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
D-O-G-E. Yeah. Yeah.
I was wondering whether or not I should send that to you, but then I was like, I don't know.
He'll find
What-
it. He'll find it. Because I know he
Mhm.
looks up those kinds of games. So
Doge
find it.
time?
No,
Yeah. it's
Like-
only one word.
Dogestein.
Wolfenstein, but Doge.
Yeah.
Is it two separate
Yeah,
words though? Or is it
Dogestein.
one?
No, in one word.
No, it's one.
Okay.
It's one word.
S
It's
T
as if-
I E N or is it E-I-N?
Stein. Stein.
Stein. Dodgestein.
Dorstein.
No,
I
no
just realized the
results yet.
perfect April Fools for us would have been doing
Nope.
the whole
Oh, for
podcast
goodness
completely monotone, like absolute professional, like no jokes whatsoever. Like that would have been the April Fools.
I've written it down. Where the hell is it? Alright.
Is it in your
I'm
list,
sure that
Silver?
is-
It'd be a lot easier.
It is on his
It is.
list.
Okay.
It's at the very bottom of his
definitely in my
list.
It's
Yeah.
literally spelling it right.
The heck?
What
This-
the fuck?
This isn't even like me fucking something up. Literally,
What the hell?
it says it doesn't exist.
Son of a.
Okay. So we will
Yeah, do someone else's.
we'll do
while
someone
I
else's first.
Look this shit up. And
Silver-
Make sure I have it.
Silver
spelled
done
right.
fucked up the joke game, which is
Oh, it's
fucking weird.
Dogenstein.
Dogenstein.
Dogenstein. Yeah, with
Alright.
an N after the E. Fucking hell. Sorry about that, Tim. I forgot
Figured
the
it
fucking
out.
N.
You're
I
welcome.
forgot the N. Fucking hell. Because of course,
Oh,
Wolfenstein.
there it is.
I
There
gotta
you
be
go. We
so-
got it.
I
We
gotta
got
be
it.
so
Okay,
silly.
everybody. You just have to pick
Saved
the
it.
most. You got Doge.
there you go.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's see what this is all about.
The world has degraded.
Yeah, basically.
What do you mean? What is this all about? You know what it's about. Look at it.
Wolfenstein, but memified, basically.
Woke no more. Blast through waves of politically correct and woke lunatics in a hilariously bound story of liberation and revenge. The legendary Doge
Sure.
fights back in this action-packed retro FPS. Say goodbye to political correctness. You're at this channel. You've already gotten rid of that.
Pumping out
Fuck.
fake news that claims their way is the best.
Hey,
Oh my-
I thought it was funny.
Movies are now filled
I
with
wanna
Oh
remind-
god,
I w-
big
I wanna-
news.
I want to remind you that Silver is from the UK.
Yes, and we don't believe in the whole, bullshit. We go wherever we fucking want.
I was gonna say,
Honestly,
like,
this is just such a ridiculous concept that it's like
Yeah.
you can't take this any seriously at all.
Nope,
You
that's
know,
the idea.
it
Don't
would
take
only be
seriously.
better if it was released on 420. I mean,
Yeah, the day after my birthday.
But
There'll be
for-
2 on the nose.
Yeah.
I think there'll be 2 on the nose.
but to be fair, 420 is Easter this year. I don't think anything would be released on Easter.
Yep.
True.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Oh god, people are gonna be high on Easter.
Yeah. Well, fuck yeah. I'm only
Don't
gonna,
look,
I'm
guys,
gonna hide the
guys,
eggs,
guys,
man.
guys. Do not eat the chocolate bunnies on Easter.
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
not. You will not wake up.
420 is Easter this year, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, day after my birthday of all fucking days.
Unless you
Which
know
means-
where the source of that chocolate bunny is, do not eat the chocolate bunny.
Which is
means,
funny
you know what'd be
because
funny.
it's a blackout date for my job that you can't take it off, but I already have Sundays off by default, so they can't make me work it. Which is great. All
Uno
right,
reverse card.
So Ray, yours is what? Don't be a baby.
Don't be a baby.
Yeah, guys.
With
don't
an
be
exclamation
baby.
point at the end. Don't be a baby.
Yeah, don't be a baby. What are you doing, guys?
Well, just let you guys
Volume
know,
up.
this game
Audio
has
on.
this game has a demo if you're really interested.
Hey, check it out. Check it
Grow
out.
up.
Somebody made a game. about it. Look at this. Running without falling, I might add. Taking
Oh
down
my
the
fucking
hobo,
lord.
Taking down mamas who throw their babies into the streets. I mean, there's
Fuck.
drones even shooting at me. It's looking pretty good.
This is like Dan's
What the
life in the
fuck?
1970s.
Not as good as
What is with that fucking audio?
It's doing pretty.
What is with the fucking audio?
Yup.
We're doing some up dashing. We got
Oh my
milk
god.
spraying all over the place. I'm even
He-
skateboarding.
He's spraying
Whoa.
breast milk.
Is this even me? I mean, what is going on here?
Or baby formula, you know.
Guess
you
Yeah,
know,
we'll
yeah.
have to play together to find out. See you then.
And
Oh my-
skateboarding.
Is it-
Oh
Would
my
you play
god.
this game?
No.
Yeah, I
play
totally
this?
would. I'm gonna play the demo. I'm gonna get it right now. Let my 9-year-old play it. Tell me if it's good.
Don't be a baby. Play the game.
Let Gregory play it.
Hey, I mean, why not?
Don't be a baby, maybe. All right, how about you, Mermich? What's your game? Mermich
Mitch
muted
Muted
himself.
marriage.
Gosh dang it, plenty of fish in the sea.
Okay, I was
I was
waiting
eating
for.
peanuts.
He was eating nuts, guys.
I'm sorry.
Peanuts.
I think, yeah, definitely clarify before you say that word.
Peanuts.
He's eating peanuts. I mean
okay,
peanuts.
we-
is a cozy narrative. This is a dating sim with fish. Oh, great!
Yes.
Well, with a title like that, is it really that surprising?
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess it worked for
It's
pigeons,
a
right?
fishy dating sim. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Something
Bailey-
about this stinks, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
The crossover would be like, next on Deadliest Catch, but first, check out our fishing. like,
Next on
Deadliest
Sketch.
Catch.
yeah, Deadliest Catch. But first, check
You're
out
now
our new
dating
dating
sharks.
game. Yeah. I'm out in the boat, but I met her right there. She was just blowing her gills up at me, and I knew it was true love. Fuck, I got catfished. It's great. Holy fuck. Oh man.
Remind me why Dan isn't a part of the podcast again.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan doesn't want to
Never
be part of
mind
the
us,
podcast,
why-
but no, he's
Why
great.
not?
But I know one thing
Why
I'm gonna do.
not
I'm gonna
that?
invite Dan to the Discord server for it.
Yeah, yeah. You can shoot.
We
the
need
shits and
that brilliant
giggles.
mind of his at work.
Yes, exactly. We can tell everybody that our Discord channel got bought out by Tesla.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that. I saw what Dan posted.
All right.
But they all shit their pants. They were
I-
like, wait a minute, what day is it? April Fool's?
If y-
Oh,
if y-
you bastard.
Okay, so my joke game is literally called Itty Bitty Toilet Kitty.
Oh no, I saw that.
Are you
What
ready,
the
guys?
fuck?
I scrolled past this, if I remember correctly.
So
Alright,
you're a
what
cat
was
that's
this?
protecting their human while they're taking a shit on the toilet.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yep, you have to be a cat and defend your human.
Seriously.
This is the whole
So-
game.
So the realm of the shitaculars, yeah. What a shit.
Greebles! Protect
Yeah.
them from Greebles!
Yes.
What are Greebles?
I
What a
always
name.
wonder why my wife liked cats so much. Now I know why. She was just getting attacked on the toilet the whole time. Okay. So, thankfully, when it comes to games we've been playing, I don't think we have a lot to talk about. Question mark. I have two,
There's a couple
I
things
got
I can
a
bring
game.
up.
I have two games that I've
Technically
played
two.
a substantial amount of. Those two I can talk about, but anything else I'm gonna wait till I play
Yeah.
way more of them.
I played a demo.
So, hey, that's fine. But who wants to go first? I'm actually going to let Silver go first because we already know what he's going to talk about. He's been
Oh, God damn it.
anticipating, and we're just going to let him blow off some steam first, so then the rest of the podcast can be smooth sailing. All right. So let's bring up Dragon Age because he did. Hey,
Belgard.
for everybody who was here last time, he did complete our little
Yep.
agreement. He did finish the
You
game.
You can check my Xbox profile for the achievement to prove it. If you don't believe me, I even took a
Well,
screenshot to prove it.
I believe you. You didn't lie last time when you didn't finish the game. So,
Believe me.
yeah. So now
That
Silver
ending.
Silver has to come up with a game for me to play. But in the meantime, let's see what Silver has to say now that he finished the game.
Quick,
I'm
hand him
gonna
I can
keep
run.
it short. No, I'm gonna keep it short.
No,
Okay.
God.
No, you
So,
can
give us the
No,
whole story.
no, this one needs to be short.
Okay, just
Because
keep it.
I
We'll keep
can-
it.
I'll-
You
I'll
got
tell
8
when I'm
minutes. You're on the clock.
demanding. I won't even take 8 minutes.
Okay, well that's what she said.
I just tell you that in my I just tell you that in my personal opinion, this is the worst Dragon Age game out of all 5 or 4. Sorry. The
Wait,
story.
which one aren't we counting?
The sorry, the 4 games. There are only 4. Excuse
Okay.
me. And if you want to tell you the order of list of from worst to best, it would be Veilguard 2. Yes, I know 2 was surprisingly before Inquisition, well, mostly because of the whole fucking Anders whining about being fucking oppressed as a fucking mage. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're not the only fucking mage in Kirkwall, you know, you fucking asshole. Anyway, moving on.
He's already. Yeah,
And then
I was gonna say
Inquisition,
he's-
and then
yeah,
and
there
then
you go.
Origins. There you go.
Okay.
Talos Falconon and a Gillenane. No, look it up if you're fucking curious. I'm not gonna go down that stupid
If you're
road.
interested, go
But
watch the
anyway.
Angry Joe video.
Yeah, watch that. It's an hour long and enjoy. Anyway, as I said, it's the worst of the Dragon Age games. The writing feels like it was written by, I don't know, fucking children who didn't know shit about Dragon Age. It's like no one at BioWare at all fucking knew anything about Dragon Age, period. It really did feel like it. Maybe they had included some of the lore stuff. I mean, some of the codex stuff was interesting with the lore, but I've already read all of that shit in previous Tricky Dragon Age games. I already know about the Kunai, I already know about the elves, I already know about the dwarves. It was interesting to finally get some closure for the dwarves about the whole Titans and why they disappeared and how they disappeared. Yeah, cool, interesting. But at the end of the day, the two bad guys, technically three, but Gillenane and Elganon were center stage here.
I agree, Dan.
Gillenane sounds like one of the whiniest bad guys I've ever encountered in the game. Oh, and then the design for the Darkspawn. Fucking awful. Where the hell did the whole horror theme go for Dragon Age in particular? It didn't just they just flushed it down the fucking toilet. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I don't know what the artists were even thinking. Why didn't they take inspiration for the previous original two games? I mean, even Inquisition kept the designs of the Darkspawn from the original game. They just, touched them up a little, making them more lifelike because the graphical differences from the first game to the third game.
All
But
right. Can I interject and just ask a question?
yeah,
So
go
to
ahead.
help guide you through your journey of
Yeah,
giving a
yeah, 'cause
proper review of this,
I
I'm
just
going
go,
to ask you
yeah,
two
I just go
questions that
crap.
would be very important that I think people would want to know.
Mhm.
One,
Go
do
ahead.
you feel like this was written in the idea of being a game that people who had never played any of the other games could hop into, and by simplifying everything, they were trying to bring in new players while trying to barely appease the people who actually enjoyed the game before?
Yeah, it sure looks like that, honestly. Because even with the way the characters were written and the whole vibe of it all didn't feel as cataclysmic as it should have. Because sure, you get early telltales of the story, saying that if the veil is broken, demons will be let loose. The blight will literally coat all of Thedaz. It, but it didn't feel like it was the cataclysmic event it should have been. It didn't feel like it because it was mostly only the north that we actually got to see the whole event take place in. We didn't get to see what happened to Ferelden. We didn't get to see what happened to Orlais. We didn't get to see what happened to the other regions.
Oh,
We
that's
just
Dragon Age
got the
5.
north.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Hmm.
well,
I'm sure
in
that's
my
going to happen.
opinion, there isn't going to be another Dragon Age.
Oh,
I
probably not.
doubt it. 100%, I doubt it. Actually, I'm pretty much certain.
Unless they can
Dragon
make
Age
it
is dead.
no, they're probably going to make it the live service game that they originally were going to make this.
And I'm going to have zero interest.
Okay, here's a
Fucking
second
done.
question that might help guide your review a little bit.
Mhm.
We've obviously heard how bad the writing is of the game, but I've also heard a lot of complaints about the combat in the game. Would you agree that obviously the writing is probably worse, but compared to all the games, would you say that the combat is the worst in the series, or just bad comparable to modern gaming standards?
It is far more simplified, excuse me, compared to Inquisition. There is less inputs. You can't control your teammates anymore. The tactical feel of Dragon Age is gone completely. There is no tactical feel. Sure, you can pause the game mid-combat and tell one of your companions to do an ability so you can combo with them, or they can combo with each other. But that's about it. There is no legitimate tactical feel to that. I didn't feel like it was tactical at all. Because you can't even there was no tactical camera either, which was in the original 3 games. I'm like, what the fuck have they done? They've ruined it.
I remember leading up to the release of this game that
It's Dragon Age for babies.
Well,
really
no,
is.
it was Dragon Age, but like made in the vein of God of War. Do you
It
agree
didn't
with
feel
that?
like it to me.
That
No.
sentiment though, like that they made it a
No.
third-person like action adventure game over like what it actually was before.
It doesn't feel like God of War was an inspiration. Because I've played God of War, and no,
Well, I meant
absolutely
taking
not.
like the third-person action adventure and taking away the tactical
Well,
part.
I mean, there are other games that are like this, not just God of War.
Yeah.
So I don't think God of War was
Okay, but
inspiration for the
as far as
for the
a
actions of
third-person
that.
action game, you think
See-
that they were trying to transition to that kind of more than
Possibly it's
what they
to
had
make it
been
more
in?
accessible, I guess.
It-
But I don't know why they chose to go down that road though.
well, it's the
It's
same.
Dragon Age.
It's the same
It
thing of like
started.
Final Fantasy, right? Like Final Fantasy
Mm,
ditched turn-based combat because they
Yeah.
said that people don't like turn-based combat anymore. And then like, you know,
And then
Persona
Octopath
and
Traveler.
Persona
Yeah.
and all these games come out and are turn-based combat and sell massive
Yeah,
amounts
see?
of copies to prove them wrong.
See,
So
yeah, because they don't do the research. They don't actually legitimately look at the research and saying.
they do. They
oh.
look at what sells the most, right? Like the top-selling games,
Yeah, because
right?
that's
And
all
then they go,
see
let's
is money.
copy that. Yeah, let's copy that,
Mhm.
and then development time takes 3 to 5 years at minimum for most of these games between pre-production,
This took
production.
10.
Yeah,
This
so
took
that's
10
what I'm saying.
years.
Now think about what was popular when the game was being conceived.
2014, huh?
And yeah, and that's what you're
Damn,
gonna get,
dude.
right?
I can't even remember what was popular at the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Dan. There's so many examples of these companies being like, well, tactical games don't sell. Well, turn-based games don't sell. It's a bunch of bullshit. But I'll let you finish.
Exactly.
But I was just trying to guide your review a bit. Go ahead and finish. I
Yeah,
won't-
honestly, it would be better if people did ask me questions about when I review games because I tend to just go on a random fucking
Yeah,
rant.
then he'll get on
It's
tangents.
not
Well,
it's
no,
not
that's
direct him.
structured. It's not structured. I need guidance for that kind of thing because
Well-
I know I know that's what I'm like. So,
okay.
yeah.
Without spoiling it, because I could hear a lot of, even if I haven't played, I can hear a lot of spoilers coming out, right? So without
Oh,
trying to
shit,
spoil it for some,
I'm
no, it's
sorry,
fine.
I should
They would
be
have to
right
be
on
able to
that.
put. They would have to be able to put together a lot of random information that you're putting out there. That's
Exactly. I haven't even mentioned any of the characters' names except for the main villains,
exactly.
but we
So-
already know the main villains' names.
So
I guess.
let's be a little constructive here. Let's start from the beginning. So the game is a third-person action game, which the combat you're saying is pretty inferior, even by
Yep.
normal third-person action adventure standards, because it doesn't even live up
Yep.
to like God of War 2016's level. Uh,
Mhm.
the story is lackluster,
Very much
to,
so,
to,
yeah.
to say the least, because I know that
Yeah,
Dragon
it
Age
feels
was
rushed.
very
Feels rushed.
story oriented through the first 3 games. That's definitely one of the stronger
Especially
features.
Origins. That had the best story writing in all of the Dragon Age games, hands
Yeah.
down.
And it seems like
Hands
this
down.
was meant to be like a reboot for the series while continuing it as well. So it feels like it failed in all those regards. Correct.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay, so we got to take this into account. How does the game run on everything? Did you play it on? What'd you play it on?
Xbox Series X.
Okay, so you played it on the Xbox. I
I
can
put
at
on
least
fidelity mode.
I can at least attest from playing it a little bit on PC that it was a very well optimized game. So we have to give it a
Yeah.
couple points for that. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
It did
now,
not crash once.
without asking any more
Even with
questions,
fidelity.
I feel like you can take all that information and round it into some type of score and overall feeling of the game.
This should be the easiest part, shouldn't it?
Yes,
Considering
sure.
how-
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Considering how personally detested I felt about grinding through the game. I put 160 hours into this fucking game, by the way.
Well, you got your
Just
money's
put that
worth.
into perspective. 160 hours.
Right, but you got your
160
money's
hours.
worth, right?
I played this almost as much as I played Hogwarts Legacy.
And you,
Can you imagine?
yeah. So
Yes.
Totally different games, two totally different
confirmed.
franchises, two
Silver
totally different
hates
genres.
himself because he played something he hated for that long. Okay, got it.
Hey, I'm willing to be thorough. Put it that
That's
way.
fair.
Make
That's
it
fair.
known. I'm willing to be thorough when I play a game,
Okay.
even
So
if I don't like it.
the
But,
game, you can't give it a 1 or anything ridiculous like
no,
that.
no. No, because of
It
how
functions properly at the very
Yeah,
least.
yeah, it runs pretty damn well. Again, I didn't have a single crash. I did get some I did get some hilarious glitchy physics bugs, but that's about it really. I never got stuck. I did go through the floor once. That was hilarious, but the game just like teleports you back to the surface. So there's
I
no
did
like, oh, I
I
need
did
to
that
fix myself.
I did that
and
the
so
other
forth.
night in Helldivers and still enjoyed the game, so that's fine. I
I'd
I tried to help Tim. I really did.
yeah, he tried to blow me up to help me, but it didn't work.
I'm
That
Um,
usually
torn
works.
between I'm torn between a
Incendiary
3 and a
core, not
4.
not nice.
Well, give it whatever we want. There's nothing. I'm just saying, because it runs and it's actually a functioning game. You
Yeah,
can't give
it
it
needs
one.
to be it needs to be 4, below
Okay.
average, simply because of the bad writing, badly written characters, absolute dull combat, no tactical combat whatsoever, and the design of the Darkspawn completely ruined. The art style isn't all that good. The Darkspawn in particular are the worst looking they've ever been. They've ruined the vibe and the feel of Dragon Age, what it stood for from the very beginning. The
So-
dark, the gothic, the grittiness, all gone.
So we have a 4, everybody. Out of all that, we got a 4. There you go.
A 4 out of 10. There you go.
There
I
you go.
didn't take half an hour off.
And
get
like
my
I
points
said,
across.
he
Thank you for the
actually
guidance, Tim. Appreciate it.
he won our arrangement this time, so he gets to pick a bad game for me to play. All right.
Down the line, that won't be anytime soon because I have to think about it.
Yeah, he has to find a really bad game for me to play.
He has to find a bad game that you might actually not enjoy.
No. Just like the last time when I finished Cyberpunk, I probably won't end up coming with anything bad.
All right. How about you, Murmich? Did you play anything?
Yes, actually.
Okay, what'd you play?
I played the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for the first time ever.
Ooh. All right. Let us know how it went.
What makes the Ultra Deluxe different?
Oh, where do I even start? Dear God.
Should have wrote a list or bullet
I
point.
know. So, you know everything about the Stanley Parable?
Well, no, I haven't played it, so I don't know everything
Oh.
about the Stanley Parable, but I understand what kind of a game it is, yes.
The game wants you to believe that they took everything from the Stanley Parable and slapped a big old Ultra Deluxe on the front of it and called it a new game.
Okay, you know, the same thing that AAA studios like to do every couple
Breaking
years,
the
right?
fourth wall with this one.
But then they added a door that leads you to new content and has a whole storyline that leads you through.
Oh, nice. So it's
So,
And then and then basically it takes you through like a memoriam thing of like all like the best moments of the Stanley Parable of what you've done up until that point.
funny.
nice.
Then it takes you to the YouTube or sorry, the Steam comments section
Oh God.
where it has the narrator like read out a couple different like good and then bad reviews, then tries to fix the game by then adds a skip button, which then incidentally he just goes on and 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 on talking
I
about the skip
remember
button?
that.
about him droning on.
Oh,
And then it repeats, and then you can press the button and it skips time, and then all of a sudden you're out in a desert because you've skipped too much time because it increases every single time you press the button. And eventually the narrator just disappears, and then you just keep pressing the button, and then
The world, the universe ends.
basically, and then there's an actual ending to the game that you can access from the main menu.
Wow.
But
That's
not
awesome.
but not before they made it so they took a rift on the fact that they named it the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe of the narrator going, Ultra Deluxe? What stupid name is that?
Nice.
And then he goes like, I would have named it the Stanley Parable 2, where we take everything from the first game and just make it better.
So
And you want to know what's the biggest difference between the two games?
what's that?
A bucket.
I've heard about the bucket.
seriously?
I've
want
heard about the
Bucket.
bucket.
That changes
it.
every single freaking ending of the base game if you take the bucket with you.
That's great. Okay,
So you get a
I
whole
like
new
that.
ending for every single ending, which there is
So
a
it is
lot
wait,
of, by the
so
way.
it is like the base game but better.
Yes,
So it should just be called the Stanley Parable 2.
yes.
More or less.
But when you load up, this is a bit of a spoiler, but they actually do change the name to the Stanley Parable 2 after you play through the new content on the main menu.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Okay,
And
okay.
then there's a feature that eventually you get access to, that every time you boot up the game again, it ups the number by 1 and changes the title.
Okay.
It makes it a
Wow.
randomized title.
No more spoilers. But now I want to play it.
It's really funny. It is honestly really funny, and there's
Have,
also
have you talked about the first, the original version of the Stanley Parable before, Murmich?
I have
I've-
not. I actually
Are
have
you
not
sure?
played the original Stanley Parable.
Okay.
But this game is basically the original Stanley Parable, but you know,
That's too bad. I was gonna ask if
Good
there was
stuff.
like could be a score difference there. That would be
Now-
interesting.
there
I played
is
a
different
little bit of it.
achievements.
Is
There's
this the
that.
complaint section?
No, there is the test achievement description. Replace this test achievement. Please ignore. Which you get by doing certain fun things in the game. There's only 2 achievements I don't have yet, which is the one where you have to play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday.
I
the whole
remember
24
those. I
hours.
remember that shit. Dan owns
And-
the fucking Ultra Deluxe Edition. Okay, that's why.
Super go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years.
Well, you could get that You could have gotten that achievement if you loaded up in 2013.
Well, the game didn't exist in 2013.
Yeah,
Uh,
came out
It came out in
2022.
2022.
no, the original.
Oh,
Right, but this is for the Ultra
yeah,
Deluxe
this is the
Edition.
No,
different
I
one.
know, but the original Stanley Parable had that one, where you didn't play the game for 10 years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, no, I think it was like 7 years, but now it's 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. So don't play the game until 2035.
Yep, I am not allowed to play the Stanley
Oh, it's
Parable
5.
Ultra
Okay,
Deluxe.
it's
Oh,
it's
5
5.
till
It's
2035.
5 years. Okay, it's 5 years in the original. I know it had
the original
something
one?
like that. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. All right.
There's also the achievement of you can't jump because they disabled it, except for in the jump hoop.
Jesus.
There is literally a single section in the game that they added a jump hoop that you can jump a total of 40 times before you can't jump again for the entire rest of the game. And it actually
What the
keeps track of it.
Yeah, Mermit, you're kind of spoiling the whole thing, man.
Sorry.
No,
Easy.
but
Easy.
Dan said that, not me.
I'm not spoiling everything.
Just most of it.
You're just spoiling all the
No.
good parts, right?
No,
Yeah.
there's way better parts that I'm not talking about.
All right, what do you give it for a score then, Mermich? It sounds like you really enjoyed yourself.
You know what? I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10, just because of the fact that I enjoyed it so much.
That sounds fair.
It is absolutely worth playing through at least once. Like, me going through pretty much every single ending took me roughly 6.5 hours.
Nice. There you go.
So it's not a super long game. It's just really funny.
It reminds me, didn't they release a game last month, like the same developer? No, I'm just trying to assert myself of whether I'm thinking of that correctly or
Accounting.
not.
Yeah. They
Oh,
released that
yeah,
years
did.
ago. I've seen Jack play that. It was fucking bonkers. Hilariously bonkers.
That's great.
Mostly because it had the voice of Morty.
So,
in
yeah, they
there.
did. They did.
All right. So Ray, what was the demo that you played?
I played the demo for AI Limit.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah,
Yes.
that was on my
People
list last month.
people
Yeah.
either love it or man
Understandably.
about it.
Mm.
Okay, so what'd you think?
Soulstorm.
Yes, it is.
So, let's see. How long was that demo? That was like I played for 3.5 hours.
Okay,
through that whole demo.
That's an impressive demo.
It was a decent amount of content that you could try out. It was pretty fun. Like the combat was decent. It felt like a decent Souls-like. There was a lot of mechanics to learn, and they didn't give it to you all at the beginning. They kind of like gave it to you over the course of that demo, which I assume is going to be similar to a level in the game, but we'll see. It was interesting how many different like mechanics they had for avoiding damage. Like there's the dodging, and then they had like 2 different kinds of blocking. If I had to complain about one thing, it would absolutely be the controls. The default controls are just not worth considering whatsoever. You will be changing the controls when you play this game. It is
default mouse and keyboard controls.
No, I use a controller actually.
Oh, okay.
I tend to use a controller when given these kinds of games, and it was like the distribution of the dump button, which is not used very often, but when you want to use it, it's like on a thumbstick press. It's like nobody wants to do that for a jump.
No, no, you don't.
Especially not when you're trying to jump across a gap that will kill you when you fall off incorrectly. It's like
Yeah.
The controls are abysmal.
Well, that's gotta take a point or two, right?
Yeah. Fortunately, you can rewind them, and I was able to find a way to make it work. It felt a little weird at first, but once you got used to it, it wasn't too bad. There was quite a bit of weapon variety that were kind of fun. It's actually been a while since I played, so I'm trying to remember things. Combat was fun. It wasn't too hard. It was challenging though.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a Souls-like. And I will say it was kind of fun learning when to parry properly and like interrupt enemies. The boss at the end was definitely very hard though. Felt like huge difficulty jump at the end. I'm assuming that the demo was just not a real level necessarily. Like it probably will be similar in the full game, but
they probably piecemealed something together. Yeah.
Right, or gave you things before you were supposed to have them, or.
This would be hard if they actually build if they build it through full momentum. It'd probably take way longer to get through the demo.
Possibly, yeah.
So, what's your overall feeling on it? So, it's currently on sale for $31.49, which is not incredibly bad for a double A game, I imagine.
Right, that recently came out.
Yep.
It felt pretty good. If you like anime-like games, action anime games, or Souls-likes, you probably definitely enjoy it. I think the story was kind of there wasn't too much, but it seemed interesting enough, and the voice acting wasn't too bad. They had English voice acting. I'd probably give it a solid 7.
Okay. Sounds like at least it was a enjoyable experience. Probably not enough to be like, I need this now. Here's my $30. Right. But
once you figure out the controls, like really, I think most sane people will want to change the controls pretty drastically.
Okay. Well, I know a few people that are insane, so they'll just leave it alone. Especially when it's anything Souls like, I'll just sit there and learn it. It takes me 50 hours. It's fine. Some people are just literally like that.
Like if it was easy, I wouldn't be enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned it for Code Vein.
Yeah, Code Vein wasn't that bad.
We actually finished that. That's the first Souls-like game I've ever finished. Probably will be the last. What's it?
All right, so the game I've actually played this most this month, which I didn't even plan on playing much at all, is I've played 22 and a half hours of Assassin's Creed Shadows now.
Wow.
Yeah, I've actually gotten into it and played quite a bit of it. Okay, so I would agree with most people when they say the writing is not excellent. It's not. Is it Dragon Age Veilguard bad? Probably not, because it's not very cringy. It's just kind of like it kind of lacks depth. It's a shallow story in my opinion. But if you love the idea of, being an actual stealthy samurai warrior, uh, one of the characters feels great. The other one,
The samurai,
yeah,
is not stealthy. He's brute force all the way.
well, no, he just kind of feels,
Yasuke.
Yasuke feels like he's out of place in the game in general. It kind of feels like,
Mm.
because when you play Assassin's Creed, you're not used to having like a tank, right?
Mhm.
But
Precisely.
but it is nice to be able to change it up because most of the time, unless it's story dependent, you can change between characters on the fly. So you can, if you have a situation where you have to be stealthy, you can just swap your character. Or if being stealthy isn't working for you, you can just be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna brute force this shit and just barrel through everybody. Like I had problems during when I played for the first couple hours, especially on one part, because I was trying to take out everybody. And in the game, usually the scenarios require to take out some people on the outside, but then once you find your target, your actual goal is to just take out the target, not take out everybody in the whole entire area, because you will fail. But I have to say, after playing Mirage, which I actually enjoyed Mirage quite a bit, playing through the whole entire thing of Mirage, I have to say that even though I know a lot of people are like Assassin's Creed, oh my God, woke bullshit. Listen, the all of the things that people complain about in the game when it comes to LGBTQ shit is all optional. You have to make choices to see those things. So for all the people that are putting it out there being like, look at what you have to play. If you play, you don't have to. You could love nobody if you want to. You could just play your game and be a badass assassin, not worry about, any type of relationships in the game if you don't have to. So I'm gonna take that stupid argument out of right out of the way. And I feel like one, the game did benefit from being delayed because this is probably one of the most polished releases that Ubisoft has done in quite some fucking time. Because usually when you get a Ubisoft game at launch, we all know that they come out and they're buggy and performance is an issue or they have glitches. Yeah, you know, but we've talked about that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
$70.
yeah,
Or
okay.
is it like 100, like $120 or $100 for
I
The
feel like
deluxe
something
edition.
else?
I feel like at this point, if you're buying any AAA game and spending over $70 on it, you're fucking yourself. Because if
Yep.
you if you want to play Assassin's Creed Shadows right now, pay $18, play that game for the whole entire month, beat it, cancel your subscription. There's $18.
Mhm.
It's just like me with Game Pass, like with Adamfall coming out.
Same
If I
52 basically.
Yeah, with Adamfall, you play it. If you wanted to play Adamfall, you could. If you're new to it, I think there's even a slight discount. But like, let's say $10 if you just want PC Game Pass. Play through Adamfall for the whole month. Cancel at the end of the month. You paid $10 and you beat Adamfall. There's enough ways that you can. I understand people want to own things, but if you're unsure about your purchase, it's way better to play them with whatever way you can play it cheapest. If you're not 100% sure this game is going to be something that you enjoy and want to play over and over, then do it the smart way. Or at least if you're not going to finish it, you can know in the future that you like the game. But back to what I was saying.
Mhm.
I feel like the game does a really good job. Uh, I feel like I'm just trying to dispel shit, but I'm just gonna make it my own review at this point. Like, I feel like so much
Yeah.
I've had to listen to people say so much weird shit about the game. But I will say this: the game is very fun to play. Uh, the stealth combat is really really good. The voice acting, I will say, is a very much a weak point of the game, especially with the main two protagonists in the game.
At least in
Do I?
English. It's a shame you couldn't say on the Japanese voice actor. But I'm sure
Yeah.
that would be still up.
Yeah.
Since Japanese voice
Would I
acting tends to be
recommend
stellar.
buying, the $90 edition for DLC? Fuck no. Would I recommend doing
Hell
any of
no.
that shit? No. Like, just play through the game. Don't worry about cosmetics. Don't worry about buying DLC. I know that's like the norm now, but if you want to just play the game for what it is, it's a fun Assassin's Creed game. It's probably the company's kind of fucked anyway, so we can say whatever we want. Ubisoft as a company is probably fucked. Uh, building a subsidiary with Tencent. Tencent now owns like more of Ubisoft, and they're using 1.5 billion yen to try and like voice
It's actually
you
it's actually euros. Yeah.
euros. Okay, but they're trying
Yeah.
to build up equity to keep the company alive. But everything they do now, people are just like it's Ubisoft slop, and it's their fault. Obviously, if Ubisoft put out good games all the time, we wouldn't have to worry about this. But this game in particular, from what I can say, unlike Star Wars Outlaws or anything else, is a good, fun game for what it is. I feel like should you go in there and buy microtransactions? No. Should they be in the game to begin with at $70? Fuck
Hell
no.
no.
That's a demerit of a point. But I will say that the game runs well, the game plays well, and the game is fun. I'm not going to spoil anything, especially since the game came out so recently. But I will say that there's a lot of things that the game does that are very unlike Ubisoft games of the past. They still fall into the trappings of their usual formula, but this game definitely takes way more risks than a lot of the other ones, like Valhalla or Origins or something like that. This game at least tries to be different. And that's the best thing I can say about the game because a lot of people are sick of the heavily RPG influenced Assassin's Creed games. Odyssey I liked, but Valhalla I didn't. So I mean, it's just a case by case scenario. I feel like this game's different enough, but with the variety of combat between the two characters, that it's worth at least trying. Should you go out and spend $70 if you're unsure? Hell no. But like I said, there's ways to play the game that are not going to cost you $70. If you're interested and you want to see if you like it, you could always get a trial and just see for yourself if it's something that's worth your time. My actual grade on the game is going to be a 7, which in my opinion, 7 is above average, right? I think it's a above average game, but it's a comparably to Valhalla or anything like that. It's not as good as Mirage in my opinion, at least not yet. But it's a very good Assassin's Creed game comparably to what we've had over the last, I don't know, 6 years or so. And it plays on the Steam Deck, which the optimization wise is pretty incredible, to be fair. And it actually has weather dynamics, which a lot of the other ones did not have, where actually changing weather changes the scenarios around you, and actually, there's melting snow and actual things that belong in a game like that, especially immersion wise. But yeah, it's definitely a 7 out of 10. I recommend playing it if you're even mildly interested and you have a way to play it that does not cost $70. And if you buy the $90 edition, just don't talk to me. But that's my little rant on that. And I tried to keep it under like 6 minutes.
Enough.
Yeah. So here's one that me and Silver. I don't know what if I know Ray doesn't have Game Pass, but I know me and you can talk about this one, Silver. Fine. I don't know. Does anyone have anything else to talk about? Mermage,
No,
you're
good.
muted again.
I haven't played enough of Adamfall or I played about 15 hours of Avowed, but that needs a bit more time because
Well,
it's
I'm
an
gonna.
RPG by
I'm
Obsidian
actually
and,
gonna.
yeah.
I'm actually gonna talk about Adamfall. So you can join me in that conversation at least and give your
Yeah,
2
with my
cents.
brief time with it, yeah.
All right. How much time have you put in the game?
Actually, I guess I could literally check exactly how much I played since Xbox allows you to keep track of how much.
I
time
have
you've
I have
actually played
10 hours. So I feel like
Probably
I
more than me.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
so I have to say I'm
Yeah,
very.
it's-
I'll
yeah,
put
I've
it
only
this
played
way.
2 hours, but
From
Not even
the
enough time
studio
to
that
talk about it.
primarily has made Sniper Elite over the last few years, I was very impressed with uh the vast difference between this and all the rest of their titles. Strange Brigade, I loved all that stuff. To see them actually make like a first person, you know, like almost like survival Fallout, almost detective like, where you have to actually like investigate things, that it was very interesting to see their take on that, and I think it's pretty good for a double A game. I don't really have enough time in it to give like a review, but I'll say that I'm very impressed. I don't know about you, Silver. I haven't ran into any bugs. I know people have had sound issues and whatever with the game or crashes. I haven't had a single one.
Not in the 2 hours I've had, no. I like the voice acting. Very on point with the British and Scottish. Technically, it would be more of like a Scottish
But it,
tone, but it's definitely got that British vibe. I was like really at home when I was playing it. I felt really at home because they used words that I have heard and even spoken to other people. I'm like, oh man, it just definitely gives me a British nostalgic vibe. Absolutely. Sorry, sorry to gush on
no,
that.
it's all right. I was just trying to say hi to Ava, and I was gonna type it,
Oh,
and I was
hey
like,
Ava.
fuck. Yeah, there you go. But no, this is basically me just saying that you should probably give the game a try, especially if you
Yeah,
have Game Pass.
absolutely.
I know that Dan played a little bit of it too. I saw him
Yeah.
playing it, but yeah, like this game actually has me rather intrigued and wanting to play more. Unfortunately, I have like 4 games that I'm
Absolutely.
trying to split any of my free time between right now, and it's kind of
Yeah,
difficult.
don't worry,
But
Tim. The game's
yeah,
not going anywhere. Take your time.
exactly. We got the order of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm at like 74 two. So I'm
Oof,
pretty
damn.
I'm pretty far into that one. And then yeah, I'm next on the list is Avowed though, so I'm still gonna have to wait. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I'm probably going to focus on Avowed before I return to Erdem 4, honestly.
all right, that's the
Let's do
games
that.
we've been playing this month. I assume. I don't think anyone else has anything to talk about. So next we're going to talk about, instead of having a topic this month, but well, we can have a little one. But I wanted to talk about some updates to how the channel and channels are going to operate going forward. So the Patreon, as I mentioned in Discord, is going to be paid again as of April 4th, which is this Friday. The reason I'm doing that is because you're going to have the podcast post show there. You're going to have content from me there, not just Divinity Original Sin 2, but I do enjoy recording that. I have a lot of cool stuff coming up. I've actually recorded a Clean Slate podcast for the first time in like 9 months. I actually recorded one with somebody, so that's coming back. And if Silver is still up to it, I have this great idea for a show called ETC, which is like etc. Right? Uh, and me and him talked about doing this before, but never did it. It's a mid-month podcast where we talk about everything but video games, where we talk about anime and movies and TV and everything else that people may be interested in. So if Silver's
Mhm.
still up for that, that'd be great. If not, I have other people that I can ask as well. But
Yeah,
that was an
I've had
idea.
some shows that I could recommend that I've watched,
Exactly.
actually, over the last
And for
few
the people
years.
that love anime, that's the time to come and spill
Oh, yeah.
your guts and tell me all about the anime that you love. I might
Because
actually
I
even
definitely
get
have to
some.
catch up on some.
I might even have my wife get in on that one because she watches a ton and she would have some great suggestions as well. Uh,
Absolutely. And she's like me, she doesn't like spoilers, so I think
yeah,
we work very well
e-
together.
Fair
exactly.
enough.
Um, Also, I'm gonna let these guys record things, and they will also be up on the Patreon, because these guys play games together a lot more than I do, and play a lot more games. They have a lot more time to play games in general than I do, so they're actually going to have their own little videos that they can produce and put onto the Patreon as well. So there'll be constant, some form of content for you all month long if you decide to join. Um, so yeah, after this month, there's going to be a post show where we'll be playing games together. I already have the first game set up, as I was telling these guys before. It's called Rocket Squad Infinity, and you will see that game when we start talking about the games that we're gonna be looking forward to over the next month. And oh yeah, and just before we get started with that, I do want to mention that I decided to actually look up the information for the pick of the month this month.
I had it
Yeah.
pulled up too, just in case.
Yes, so I came in first this month because I picked like the one that pretty much we all knew was going to win, which was
Yeah, we
it
were all
was
pretty
Split
convinced
Fiction.
about that one.
Silver came in second, and
Yep.
Ray came in third. Which surprisingly, the game has mixed reviews for yours, which
I'm interested. I'll have to look into why that is.
yeah,
Hmm.
thighs weren't thick enough. I don't know.
I guess so.
You know how those games work.
Yep.
But I as a little side topic that I would love to hear some information or some thoughts from you out there in chat, seeing as how you love to talk so much. Wink, wink. Uh, is
Talk more, damn it! Just kidding.
as you've gotten older, how has your gaming habits changed?
Ooh, that's actually a really
'Cause
solid
obvious,
question to
be-
ask. I've
bes-
never been asked that.
because besides like time
Huh.
restrictions, which adulting is obviously a
Right.
part of that. But like,
Mhm.
how has your gaming habits themselves changed?
It's weird. When I was a lot younger, I never actually played like super long games. Now that I think about it, over the last 25 years, like I remember I played a lot of like shooters that would just end in like a couple of hours or maybe a maximum of 10 hours. But
Well,
I never started playing RPGs until like maybe late 2000s, something like that. Yeah, that's actually a really good question to ask.
I have more
But I
time,
had.
so it's more bloodthirsty. I love that, Ava. Uh,
Oh, very funny, Ava.
uh, well, honestly, Silver, a lot of that has to do with that games were made to be just shorter and harder
Mm.
back
Yeah,
then.
that's
I,
true. Because I
I
remember
mean,
classic like Abe's Odyssey, Oddworld, those kinds of games.
I
Were
mean,
the
yeah,
hardest platformers you could fucking play in the 90s.
I
Holy
mean,
shit.
look at back in the Atari and like Nintendo, even the Super Nintendo days, games would only be 4 hours long, so they would just
Yeah,
develop
they
it to
were
be
padded
hard
out
as
with difficulty.
balls, you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, difficulty padded.
That
padded out
4
with
hours will
difficulty.
take you
Yeah.
13 hours to master. Another
That was
8 to
Yep.
actually
Oh,
get it execute a perfect
have you
run.
have you have you ever played a game called Zool, Tim? It's
yes,
from like the very early 90s, late 80s. Yeah, I
yes.
remember playing the first Zool, and yeah, as a kid, I was like, "Fuck no, I can't play this shit." It just got so frustrating for me
I
when I
mean,
was a wee lad. Oh man,
honestly,
Jesus
Umi,
Christ.
I was terrible as a child. Like, I was playing short ass games for Atari and then Nintendo, and then I got the Super Nintendo, and I ran into this little game called the first one was Final Fantasy 6/3 in America. And that was the first time I was blown away by the length of a game. I was like, wow, this game's like 35, 40 hours
It
long.
keeps going.
And
It
then
keeps going.
Yeah,
and then I played Chrono Trigger, which was the same thing. And then I played
very much
Secret of
funny stuff.
Mana, which is the same thing. And then the Final Fantasy VII came along, and I was hooked. JRPGs were like my bread and butter
Bread and butter.
from the time I was probably like 14 until like my late 20s. I was just like everything JRPG, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy, like even some
Mm.
bad JRPGs, I was like, I'm just gonna play it because they're JRPG games. J RPGs are the TV seasons of gaming. That's not far
It
off.
fits. It fits.
Yeah, it definitely fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did a full playthrough of is Eternal Sin. Oh, I've actually heard of that game.
Eternal Sonata.
Yeah, I've
I
heard of
think
that.
I think I might
Heard of
have
that. I
a
don't
copy of that.
know much
I
about
don't
it.
know.
All right, how about you,
Eternal
Murmich?
Sonata.
Well, I went from educational games to like party games on the GameCube to then Wii games. I actually still have all of them like sitting right next to me.
So you were a Nintendo boy.
Oh yeah, I used to be like pure Nintendo because that's all I really knew. And then, except for the educational games, which was on a PC, and then I got access to Minecraft.
Oh God, that
And the rest
Minecraft,
is history.
And then that's
Minecraft and
probably
Animal
why I like.
Crossing.
That's probably why I like playing sandbox games so much.
I was gonna say Minecraft and Animal
apparently.
Crossing.
I mean,
Yeah.
Animal Crossing was part of the Nintendo stuff.
Yeah,
And then,
I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember when the
'Cause-
Animal Crossing game came out. He was like, "I love this game. It's the best game ever."
well, I actually got gifted a duplicate copy from one of my friends on the GameCube, and I played that for like 2 years.
Yeah, the only thing I hate about Nintendo when it comes to their expansion stuff, like a lot of them, they want you to buy their expansion pass, like the online expansion
Yeah, I don't
pass,
like that.
and you can only
Yeah.
buy it yearly, which is like $50 a year.
Yeah.
Because I play
Yeah.
Mario Kart, as I've mentioned a million times, and all the new courses are behind that paywall, and I'm just like $50 is too much.
Yeah.
First
Or
console
you
was
can
the
just
PS1.
buy it individually, but I actually had like a point in time where I started doing like a lot of like solo games by myself for like The Escapist. I actually did play Don't Starve a little bit by myself.
Hmm.
But then I started getting more in. Oh yeah, how was I forgetting freaking Age of Mythology? I played that game way too much.
So I have to give my wife credit on this one because when I played games when I was younger, and then when I went in the military, I didn't have any games for 4 years, obviously, and even when I got out, I had none.
Hmm.
Um, and only when I met Jess and she had a PS2, and she got me playing Guitar Hero,
Oh
and
no.
and then we played Resident Evil 4 together because that the Resident Evil 4 port for PS2 had just came out. And after that, I had to
Good
have video
times.
games again. So like if I probably wouldn't have met Jess, I probably would have never gotten back into gaming at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then like when it comes to indie gaming, if it wasn't for Total Biscuit and finding his YouTube channel, I probably would have been, like a lot of people and just never knew that any indie games ever
Hmm.
fucking existed. You know.
Mm.
Now I'm sitting here with 3/4 of my Steam library being fucking indie games. So it's kind of
Worth
interesting
it.
how we get there, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But that all being said, I'll take your money. No, I mean you should probably go over to Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel. All jokes aside, and just see if there's anything in there that fits for you. There is a free trial for a week if you would like to get in the lowest tier and just check out the content we produce and see if it's worth your money.
Once
Uh,
there's stuff there, yeah, might
Yeah.
take a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. I mean, all that's there right now is the Divinity Original Sin 2 stuff we've been doing. Um, but yeah, I feel like that I'm transitioning more to like a hybrid content creator type thing where I'm still gonna be streaming on Twitch at least 2 times a week. I'm still gonna be doing the podcast every month here. The post show will be over on Patreon. The people that sub on Patreon and watch the post though will have a chance to win more, obviously, when it comes to giveaways and stuff like that. But I feel like if I'm giving myself more time and more time equals more creativity on my part, I feel like I can produce a lot of content that I think a lot of people would enjoy. And these guys play a lot of games that you guys never see because I don't play everything that they do. So if they
It's true.
playing a sandbox game that you guys enjoy and they upload a video of it, then you have something different to watch. And it's not just what I like. Because this podcast has been about 4 people for the last 3.5 years. It's been the same group of people. And we just want to give everybody an opportunity to show what they like, which I think is important. It's not just my podcast, it's theirs too. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. All I can ask is that if you get a chance, go check out the Patreon. If you
Share your
think
love
it's
of gaming.
or just give me some feedback in general. If you think that there needs to be more tiers, if you think that if I don't know, they scare me. They scare me sometimes too. Um,
What'd you say? What'd
yeah,
you say?
yeah, exactly. You should wait to see what happens when I turn the stream off. They start emotionally abusing me. It's crazy. I don't want to end the stream. Help me. Um, but no, I would love the feedback, even if you go and check it out and tell me what you think. But all right, with,
Octopus.
with that, we are going to go to well, my favorite part of the show, where we talk about the games that are coming up over the next month. We are going to play the game today. I know it's going to be severely unfair because, I have way more games on my list than these guys do, even though I really didn't try and make it that way. It's just some months there's a ton of shit, other months there's not much I'm interested in.
And
We
we
don't,
could always look harder.
yeah,
know,
you know what's funny though is
Tim
that
puts the effort in, so
yeah, I put on Spotify, pop open a Monster Energy, and go to town for about an hour every
Yeah,
single month to do it.
I usually listen to music as I do that, so I
Yeah.
can concentrate.
But like I said, we are gonna make sure you tell me when you find your pick of the month. I don't care if
Yep.
you pick one from your list or mine, Silver, because I know there's a couple that you didn't take off mine.
okay.
And
Yep.
to
Fair.
try
Alright.
to try and make this flow a little better, I'm gonna do 3 of mine, 1 of your guys until we get caught up, and then we can end together. Because I don't want to like have this be like, hey guys, the last 14 games are all mine. I don't want to do that. So, and to give you guys an idea, I have a lot of games on my list. All right, so
Yes, he does.
we're gonna speed run this a little bit. Not take away from the games, but I'm just not gonna bullshit too much in between for the time being.
Everybody count with us. Look for demos. If you
Yeah,
see a demo,
demos.
count it out. Shout it out in the comment.
Yeah,
we need
demos.
you guys counting.
Demos, and if you follow or wish list something you see, whether it's mine or theirs, you have to mention it in chat.
Let
Because
us know.
one, it makes us feel better, and two, this is a game where the points don't matter, but we still like the points.
Yep. It tickles our egos.
Yeah, exactly. So the first game I have on the list is an obvious one for people. I know a lot of people are going to be like, "What?" Yeah, Steel Hunters, which is from
I
the
like the
people
look of this too.
which is from the people that made what is it, War Thunder?
Oh, is it Thunder's devs? Okay.
I'm
Well, I
skeptical
mean,
about
at least
those
it's not
kinds of games,
historical.
unfortunately.
So
No, I
Yeah,
played a
I'm
play
very
test
skeptical
of it,
about
and
games that
it's
make
pretty fun.
those.
And the best thing about free to play games is if the cosmetics are awful and they're awfully expensive, just don't buy them.
Just ignore it. Yeah, unfortunately for a lot of people, that's not possible. Unfortunately,
well,
because people want to be unique and different.
depends on what you
Even
want
if-
to enjoy. Like
yeah,
if
especially if it's got
customizing is your
mechs.
fun, then
But you know what? It's always good. It's
But
always
it
a good
can
time
be-
for a good
it
mech
can be
game.
taken advantage of, though.
Cries in loot box.
Yeah, says the fans of Overwatch.
All right, so
Ouch.
were
so
they
here-
trying to bring those back or something?
yes,
they
they
did
are.
bring them back, yes.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to
So-
compete with Marvel's rivals. Anyway,
So the next
Back
game
to
is going to
topic.
be a surprise to no one who knows me. It is
Mhm.
Tetris: The Grandmaster 4, which because I love Tetris
Oh.
games.
Tetris.
Tetris, one of the simplest games ever, but it can definitely be addictive and fun.
It includes multiple Tetris games in it, but it also has like
Ooh.
what they consider the ultimate Tetris game.
The ultimate Tetris.
The ultimate Tetris.
Yeah, we have now achieved it, guys. We have
Tetris,
achieved
right.
ultimate Tetris. But no, I actually played Grandmaster 3 way back in the day because this is a series that was dormant for a long fucking time.
Hmm.
Because I love me Tetris games. That's all. You know, it's kind of like Puyo Puyo, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
all right. So the game drops April 3rd. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but if it's Tetris, and I think this is only yeah, it's only like shared screen, like split screen co-op. So.
No online.
Yeah, no online at all, which I kind of feel like is more endearing because it's probably going to keep the cost of the game down a bit. To be real with you. All right, I hope so at least. The Path of Ren is the next game on my list. Path of Ren is a precision platforming game. Who would have thunk it? What does this look like, Ray?
Hmm.
You know what it looks like to me is a mixture of Celeste and Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, that's fair. Looks like a Tim game to me.
I love how I have achieved my own type of game now.
Yeah. Has Tim written all over it.
Yes. Alright, so remember, you guys are going to have to watch the chat for now. Alright.
Don't worry, chat's behaving. Right, chat?
Hey, except Dan.
Right, chat?
As long as Abe is there, I'm always worried. Alright, so the next Murmich's first game is Elroy and the Aliens.
Yep, which I stole from Tim.
Yeah. You can
Oh
do that.
boy,
it's
point
fine.
and click.
It
Point
looked
click.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was watching
In
the
my
dev.
opinion.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go on. No, go
No,
ahead.
I was watching the dev blog that's down here in the on the thing. Yeah, like it's all hand drawn, 100% of it.
Nice.
It looks good.
It's always good.
Yeah, it's
As a
always
journalist,
like a classic
you're used to
genre
writing
in
about events
point-click
after
games.
they've
They've been
already
in
happened.
existence since like
You
what,
conduct interviews,
very,
do
was the very
research,
beginning,
and work
the
really long
inception of
hours
the
to
game.
connect the dots.
We found a
Like that, Dan.
message from my dad.
It's fully
Come on,
voice acted.
Elroy.
Come
It's
on.
your destiny. Let's do
Exactly.
It took me a long
And
time
it's
to
got-
get over my
And
dad's
it's got a
knowledge.
demo.
Now that I have a chance to
Demo.
learn more
Hey,
Come
demo
on.
number one.
I'm afraid of what I
Or
might
demo
find.
The
two.
first.
Yeah, demo number one.
I'm afraid of feeling like I felt back then
Wonder how
again.
many times have we saying demo number?
Okay, I'll make this a little better. It's voice acted, and the voice acting actually sounds good.
It's going to be perfect.
Because voice acting doesn't mean anything if it's bad.
Good job clarifying
Yep.
that.
Yep. And it's got to match the
Trust
mood
me,
of the
Elroy.
game as well.
If you don't go after this, you'll regret it
For the
forever.
most part. Because sure, you can have happy-go-lucky characters, but of course, it depends on the mood, the mood or the setting of the game. If it's like a serious setting, then of course you can have some witty banter here and there, but it can't
Because you-
be
Very rare that you
the
get a chance
focus.
to become part of a story.
You know what's
Oh,
funny?
yeah.
If this was any other month and there wasn't a particular game coming out, I would be the weirdo to pick this as my game of the month.
Fair.
That's what. Because fuck it. I mean, it looks like a really good game made by people that actually care that the game is good.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So, Silver's first game is Peacebringer, which I imagine is going to be a lovely, cozy, friendly, family-friendly game.
Yep, definitely. Definitely.
It's not a shooter, if that's what you wonder.
No, this is like a Survivor, like, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's co-op. Online
Ooh.
co-op, by the call.
I think there's a Survivor-like
Or is
game.
that another game?
Humble Choice this month, right? Isn't it called Nomad Survivors? I think Let's Maybe was talking about that.
Oh yeah, this is one of those party-based ones. These are quite uncommon. I have played one that is like this. Yeah. I've actually played quite a bit of that. I've never spoke about that one. They should at some point.
You're gonna go back and play the one with the cars.
Hmm.
I can't remember the name of it
Yeah.
offhand, but remember we found that co-op
Earl
one with the
Earl
cars.
versus
No,
Earl
that
versus.
no, I'm talking about the one
that's
where
the
you can transform into a car.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, because I got Silver a copy of that
Yeah.
game a long time ago. Now I can't even remember what the fucking name of the game was. Great.
Oh, shit.
Well, that'll be
Let's
lost
look
in my
down the
Steam
list.
library forever.
Did this have a
If it was
demo?
just-
I saw it looked like it had one when you searched.
This one does not have a demo. Oh yeah,
Not
never
on
mind.
the page?
The demo
Oh.
has its own page.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah,
nice.
They did it
Demo number
differently for that.
2.
But hope remains.
All right, what's
try to keep
Ray's
it
for first game? Death Kid.
Death Kid.
Yeah, I actually saw that too. I was like,
There were quite a few Survivor-like esque things. We went
This
from
one-
yeah.
Peacebringer to Death Kid, by the way. It was a nice transition there.
And
Yeah,
this
but
also has a demo.
Woo!
Ain't we lucky that we put that so high on our lists?
Yeah.
Coincidence? Yes, actually, it was just a coincidence.
Yeah,
I
they're
looked
in
at
release
it, I
order,
looked
so.
it down. Yeah, I try to do that by release date, but sometimes because I check genres, on occasion because I don't like going through the
Sure,
massive
whatever you
list
say.
of his games because I get lost in the massive list. So I check genres, like between horror, visual novel, boomer shooters, FPS, RPGs, that kind of thing.
So yeah, this is like an arena brawler,
Yeah.
roguelike,
Yeah.
where you're like protecting the thing in the center.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is my. I'm very interested to see how good slash great this game's gonna be. But South of Midnight,
Yep. I've been keeping my eye on that since I saw the showcase last month. Was it month before?
yeah, like I said,
Xbox
Game Pass is
Showcase,
great because I don't have to pay to play it and find out if it's good.
Yep.
Yes,
I like the art style.
Compulsion Games is owned by Xbox, so yeah, it's yep. This one's on Game Pass.
I'm also glad you can like disable the whole stop motion thing because I think that would fuck with my eyes. So I'm glad you can disable that.
Yeah,
The devs said so themselves that you can disable that if it messes with your eyes, which it does me a little.
yeah.
So I'm
glad they
turning
gave you
that
an
off.
option to shut it off if necessary.
But I'll keep
But
everything as
other
it
than
is
that,
because I'm like,
the story looks
into what it is.
incredibly compelling. Like the
Yeah, I like the whole voodoo aspect of the game. You don't get to see many games that actually have voodoo in as play a part of the actual game itself. I mean, sure, the Shadow Man. And in case you guys didn't hear that, yes, there's going to be another Shadow Man game. Shadow
Oh,
Man
nice.
3, finally, after how many fucking years? Anyway, just a quick announcement, I guess.
But I
In
would
case
say
no one's heard about it.
games like this is proof that Xbox really doesn't give a shit what these companies make. Because like they're not making sequel bait. They're like, hey, just make something interesting.
Yep. Spread your wings.
You got a project
Show us your
you
imagination.
got a lot of passion for, go for it.
Yep.
Because look what you're
I mean,
getting.
look
You're getting
The
stuff
art
like.
style.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the art style is I want to say like claymation, kind of, in a way,
Yeah,
but not quite.
but I'm saying you get stuff like Avowed, and then you get stuff like Adamfall, and then stuff like South of Midnight, and then you get Doom next month. I mean, like the
Yeah.
variety you get on Game Pass with these first party / third party games is great. You know, not everything's the fucking
Variety.
same. Yeah,
Yep.
variety is
and
certainly
in
the
more ways
spice
than
of
one.
life.
Absolutely.
Alright.
And you're guaranteed something is going to be of interest to you.
Exactly.
Because if it's not, then man, you need to check your
But don't
tastes
worry,
at the door.
my game of the month is also on Game Pass, Dan. You'll see that later.
Oh boy.
Or it'd be like, well, actually, you need to spread your wings and stop being,
Okay,
stop
so
favoritizing genres all the time. Or,
so my
specific
next
types
game
of
is Into the Dead:
games.
Our Darkest Days,
Mm.
which is a 2.5D zombie horror game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wish I looked at that one. Damn it. Was it? Oh, mine.
Well, you're looking at it now.
Yeah, I'll probably add that
I
to the
found this
list,
game when
'cause
I watched the
I really
Future
like
Game
these
Show showcase a couple weeks ago.
See, I need to watch these.
Is that I'm gonna
myself.
follow this that I just heard from Silver?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a point.
Remember, the points don't matter, so we can be honest with each
Yep.
other. It doesn't matter.
The scores are arbitrary and the points don't matter.
But
At least I'll try.
I thought this looked like really interesting for what they were going for.
Gives me Resi vibes.
I was actually thinking it makes me think of
This
it
world of mine.
And this
Yeah,
what?
vibes of that.
It has a demo, Silver.
hey demo.
Demo number 3.
That's 4, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 4.
Yeah, 4.
All right. Yep. Go ahead.
Darn it, what's that game? Silver, what's the zombie game that's like top down again?
Top down. Oh, Project Zomboid.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Project Zomboid, but like side scrolling and better graphics. Because like you could see somebody
Yeah.
jumping out of a window and spraining their ankle and stuff. And it's like
Yeah.
got all that sort of stuff.
Point. Yeah. Good catch.
I love how there's so many of these that I can't even find the right one.
Where is
There's
Jess
so-
at?
Oh, where's wifey at? She's actually right back here. She's sitting in the room with me right now.
She's over there. Over where? Over there.
There's
Or
so
point.
many.
I can't.
He did.
Yeah, over there. You know, over there.
Somewhere in that general vicinity.
Somewhere in. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Really, if I hit Monster Energy and press release date, it literally doesn't sort it out.
That's
Uh,
annoying.
oh, fuck it.
For goodness sake.
I'll type it all in. I don't care.
Having the same name as previous releases is a problem. Maybe liven it up a little, people. I don't know.
Like I know that's from 2023. Yeah, this is a little obnoxious to try and find if you can't tell.
Yeah, especially when the franchise has so many titles.
All right, I'm gonna tell everybody
yeah,
there's a
go
new game in this series coming out. I can't find it, so fuck them. All right.
You didn't get a special showcase. Shame on
well,
you.
yeah, we'll just skip to the next one. All right, Pylo
Moving on right along.
and the Hollow Book.
Monster
Hollow
Energy
Book.
Supercross 25, the official video game.
There you go. We
Look
did
it up if you can.
Look it up.
Look it up. That's a throwback to anyone that knows.
Didn't have a demo, so it doesn't matter.
There we go. So
Those games usually don't.
Pylo and the Hollow Book, which is a
Ooh.
colorful, like cozy 2D slash 3D
It's a Mermage
platform.
game.
Yes, it is.
Again, I'm pretty sure I know we've mentioned this before, but it's funny that we each know
What
such
kind
a
of games
game
will-
like. Oh yeah.
But doesn't this look like this looks like a Nintendo game, Mermage?
How to sell games to Mermage. It looks like a Nintendo game.
And
no,
it has a
I
it
don't
has a-
go
I-
for every Nintendo game.
I know.
but it does have a demo,
Wait, just
everybody.
Josh.
Make sure to
That's 5.
Demo number 5.
We.
demo number 5. Dun,
Demo
3, 4,
number
5.
5.
Oh my god. How did you get a copyright strike?
Well, you see,
Someone was humming this particular track that had a
Yeah.
5 in it, and
Nah,
also was named after
listen.
a snake.
Listen, if I haven't
Black-
gotten in
well,
trouble
Mamba,
yet,
whatever.
I'm good.
But replace an A with an O, and there you go.
All right. Saphira. There you go, Mermage. Sell your game to everybody. Come on.
Sephiria.
Sephiria.
Ooh.
This one, like, it looked really interesting when I was watching the trailer, because the placing in the space reminded me of Backpack Hero.
Mm,
And
yeah.
then you've got the roguelike top-down type combat.
That's something that I'll probably play.
So
Pixel art's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a look
I
at this
was
too.
watching the pixel art for a while. I was like, you know,
Remember to get
this
some more.
looks really well done pixel art for all of this, and the
Reminds me
animations
of
look clean as well. So
reminds me of Into the Genshin.
yeah,
Into the Gungeon? Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
And it has
I've
a
only
demo.
finished the one run of that game.
Yep,
Demo number
demo.
6.
6.
Oh, yeah,
But
and
yeah,
it's
Sex.
this game looks really cool.
and it has
Yeah.
4-player co-op.
Yeah,
Ooh yeah, that's a big
Ooh, That's a
big
huge
sell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
All
Push
right.
across lads. And that gets a follow.
Asgard's
Yay!
Fall is Silver's game.
Follow.
I saw this too. It was also like, ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, Asgard. Asgard's
It's a Norse survivor.
Yeah. Possessive fucking axes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You see, I love it in these games that when you can increase the size of the weapons, and you just see like dozens of enemies just die to one of your attacks. Ugh, it feels so good. The power fantasy is real. in
That
these
looks
kinds
good.
of
If it's cheap, I'm gonna totally pick it up. what I mean by cheap is like less than $10, because usually these games are pretty
Yeah.
cheap.
Depending on how much content they have. They're usually pretty
Absolutely.
cheap.
And it's not one of those nice, well-paced ones as well.
Now it is
I don't
time for
like-
Disaster Blaster.
Oh, did that have a demo?
I would say I didn't leave the page yet, so hold on.
Schooly.
We not already counted?
That was a previous game. Cytheria.
Yes, it has a demo.
Demo number 7. Nice. I actually wasn't expecting some other game to get a demo.
Disaster Blaster is up next. There you go.
Disaster Blast.
Disaster Blaster.
This is my blaster.
Following the
This is
roguelike
a
shooters
disaster.
and such.
This is my blaster.
With
and
cards.
It is a disaster. Ooh,
Oh
yeah.
no! Don't
And
say
you-
cards.
It describes them as cards. You're essentially, it seems like
It's a card
programming
shooter.
your gun with the random cards you pick up.
It's a card shooter. There you go. We discovered a new genre, guys. A card
Uh.
shooter.
No.
Card shooter. Yes. Now, someone coined that term before the developer does. Just-
Before EA tries to sell it to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Probably.
Don't want any of the big wigs to get that. No.
Hey, Ava, if you're still out there, you gotta talk to my wifey and get her to play Split Fiction with me. That'd be great content.
Yeah, I want to play that too, but I'm not. I don't.
I think we all are interested in playing that.
Yeah. And the best part is if one person buys it, then you have a friend pass, and you only need one person to buy it to play it with everybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Indeed.
All right.
For some
Yeah,
reason
this
I
looks
wanted
like
to
fun
play,
mayhem.
For some reason, I wanted to play like A Way Out again, but I want to take my time with it. Go even slower than we did last time.
Oh yeah, you know what, Silver? I have to give you massive props. You brought up the game.
Oh, by the way, this had another demo, so that's 8 now.
Doing
You
it.
brought up the game Schedule 1, and that game ended up
Yes.
blowing up big time on Twitch. Holy
I
shit! Everybody's playing
know.
that shit.
I've seen Wade on Lord Minion 777 on YouTube play it.
So
I'm
for
like,
people that
yeah, I've
people
been
that
seeing
don't
so
think
many
I
Discord games.
for people that don't think I pay attention, I totally do.
There's
You
games
know,
like Repo that have picked up.
She's
Um,
right there, Ava. You could message her. I could see her and throw a pen at her from here. Like,
He's like,
Just start chucking erasers at her.
yeah.
He doesn't have
I
that many
have it on
erasers.
my desk.
All right. So first off, this game does have a demo because I can already see it. But this is Steel Seed.
Demo number 9.
So this is a stealth
Steals.
action adventure sci-fi game.
Ooh.
You had my attention. It's
And I
stealth and
played-
sci-fi.
I played the demo of this last year,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's very, I would say, like stealthy, almost like Star Wars. In this way, it's
At
like
least the aesthetic.
constructed political espionage
Yeah.
surrounded by the action.
But as in terms of gameplay, it gives me a combination of don't poke me for that, but Horizon mixed with what's another game I'm thinking about?
You don't think a
Only-
little bit of Assassin's Creed, maybe?
Yeah, probably yeah.
But the
You
good
got a
part,
cross between
guys,
them in terms of the combat movement.
Tim bite her finger for me. I don't know.
I don't
do
get a
that.
follow, sure.
Yeah, it's actually
I'll
it's not a
follow it.
Souls-like either. Just to let everybody know, it's not that type of game.
Steals. What a name! I dig the name.
All right,
I have
so
to try that demo.
let's
Indeed.
see.
See
The-
if I run on the Steam Deck. You never know.
Next
listening to this
game
game is
is the Talos
is-
Principle Reawakened.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Talos Principle.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ooh. Like a remaster or remake of the original.
Yeah, but it has
I
it
don't
also
think
has
the
some
game needed that.
has
Oh,
some additional
yes,
content put in it too, though.
Ah, okay. Because these games are fucking gorgeous. You know, I'm kind of glad that Crow Team have like branched out from their first-person shooter, well, games, because they pretty much almost always only made Serious Sam, and I'm glad they decided to take the
Yeah, they did a really good job
approach
with
to
the
making
Talon
puzzle
principles.
games. Oh yeah, they put their game engine, the Serious engine, to great strides. You could tell this is made with the Serious engine.
See,
It's
what I
fucking
want
gorgeous
is
where they put
DLC for this
well.
game where you could just put Serious Sam in it, and then all you hear around you is, "Oh,
Oh yeah, with the kamikaze is just running
yeah,
around in the background, and then you just have Sam
all
say,
right,
The
Ava."
"God, what would this
the
guy shut
speedrun
up?"
version, you're chased by kamikaze guys the whole
Yeah.
whole way
Oh,
through, and you have to
God.
get through all
Yeah.
the puzzles as fast
That'd be-
before they
that'd be
reach you.
great.
That would be it. That would be panic-inducing.
That'd
I
be
wouldn't be able to
awesome.
do that. Do you know how complex some of these puzzles in these games are?
Yeah,
Have you
I've seen
seen some
gameplay.
of them?
Yes,
They're
I have.
mad.
Okay, this game does not
Jesus.
have a demo. Holy shit! All right, so this
Huh.
is
Boo.
Crashlands 2.
Ah. Did the Talos Principle Reawakened have a demo?
I doubt it.
Watch, we'll
You
say
can just
that.
press the back button. You
Yeah,
can
it
just press
does.
the back button on your
It
keyboard.
does.
Demo
Yeah.
number 10.
Woo!
We've reached the
Caught
10,
me
guys.
surprised.
We've reached the 10th demo.
I just like
Isn't it
this game.
great that
I
that's
like
becoming
this-
standard?
I love this
Yeah, I
series,
know,
the
right?
Crashlands series, only because it allows you to make such crazy shit. Like, it literally lets you craft, like, the most bizarre and weird weapons in the game. So if you're not familiar with this series, it is basically your standard RPG, but, like, the people who made it were like, what happens if we just let you do a whole bunch of crazy shit at the same time?
I dig that kind of thing. I love creative freedom. Especially when it comes to crafting.
And it has building in it. Murmich. There you go, you can play it now.
Ooh, base building. Surprisingly, I think I actually had a few games on my list that actually had base building in there. Which, you know me, I love base building. Dude,
It has fishing, Murmich has fishing. I gotta play it now. The first game didn't have fishing in it.
Aww.
Yeah, but Crashlands is a wild and wacky series that I wish more people knew about. All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never knew about the first game, honestly. You might have mentioned it.
Yeah.
It's all
Does-
right.
it doesn't have multiplayer, does it?
In the sea
No,
of,
no, it does not.
meat.
But listen, listen. I can't expect you guys to know everything. I don't even fucking know everything. Like, I try and pay
Yeah.
attention to as many games as I can. There's still 100 games each month. People are like, how did you not know about that?
Yeah.
All right, well, we found our Mario game of the month. Someone sent him the link. This is Loco Moto. And it has a demo, so we can send it to Mario. Send it to Mario.
11.
everyone.
Number 11.
All right, so is it already on Mario's wish list? It is. Okay, never mind. He already knows about it.
Ooh, Mario's ahead of us today this time.
Yep.
Or Murmich, I think,
Yeah.
because I assume this is Murmich's game.
Yep,
It
this
is.
is my this is the game.
Gee,
that
how could I tell? I wonder.
A game about a train that's all cutesy and you get to color and customize it.
Huh,
Hmm.
Gee, I wonder.
It's very
Seriously
off.
though, this looked very cute,
It's very off
Does.
brand for Silver. Yeah.
and I like trains.
What did you say? Very off-brand for me.
No,
Yeah.
for
I like
Murmich.
trains.
Oh.
Murmich hardly
said
likes
off-brand
cute
for-
games.
Ugh.
I don't mind them.
Willow Guard is Silver's next game.
Willow Guard.
We went from cute animals to animals that want to eat you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that looks like another demo to me.
Of course. The demos keep rising each month.
Good.
Hack and slash RPG, huh? Nice.
Mm.
Like I said, I can try and find all the good games I want. I'm still gonna miss shit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are. Trust me, it's like I missed some of them on your guys' list.
I was
But
gonna
you
say,
weren't-
do
but
you
you weren't
guys want to
bothered.
be sitting here for 5 hours going like, this game might be good?
It depends.
We'll
Maybe
just start with
during
the
like,
A's.
the holiday season. Maybe during the holiday season when you guys aren't legitimately busy.
I mean, I
I'll
think
be-
we've tossed around the idea of like recording all of us just looking through the lists
Yeah.
and putting that on Patreon.
Yeah, you want to see
Mm.
people be frustrated and just stare at the screen for an hour? That will cost you $10. And Silver goes,
Or
there's
like-
so much. As I look at the screen and go, there's so much porn. Because literally there is.
Give me one quick sec. I'll be right back.
Yep.
And you know,
Yeah, there's so much porn.
Jesus Christ.
It always
I looked
filtered
through the
out,
list.
Oh, I know.
I know. Well aware of
but
that,
then you'd
man.
miss something, I'm sure.
Yeah, because they.
And for my
Yeah,
game,
'cause on-
Supernova.
I say, 'cause
Yeah.
unfortunately,
And
there have been
Supernova.
there have been legitimately good visual novels with adult content. So I'm like, well, yeah, then you know you miss that kind of thing, where it's actually sweet and wholesome and not just all about
I wish there was just a way to get rid of the one category called like anime clickers with SFW content in them. They would go
Yes.
half the digging for the month.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm getting sick of fucking finding at least 10 of them every freaking week.
Craft your ultimate circular
least month.
fortress. So it's like a
It's ridiculous.
So it's kind of like a
like-
Survivor, but you don't move, and you're shooting like stuff
Yeah,
that's
so you're
coming at you from
it's almost like
around
a
a circle.
yeah, it's kind of like a tower defense with bullet hell.
It,
In a way.
The name of the game reminds me of an Oasis song, if you can believe it or not.
Supernova in the sky.
Yes,
Yeah, I know
yeah,
it's all this.
Exactly. Exactly. You got
And
it.
Also
you
has
get-
a demo.
Also, demo. It is demo days here at Revolution Gaming. All right. Okay, this one I actually own already, which is fucking weird. But I just got a copy of it today, so don't hold it against me. Promise. This, which is Monaco 2. So this is a 4-person heist game.
Oh.
All of
Yes.
those I've seen over the years.
So unlike the other ones, though, these are top down.
Oh, now that's different. Haven't seen
Yeah,
one
it's
of
an
those yet.
arcadey top-down heist game. Yeah, so you can have like somebody like basically flirt with all the people and distract them. Yeah,
How
see,
unique.
there's different. Yeah, you can pick a character that fits your play style. So like Ray would probably be the robot inside man who gets to shut down all the cameras. And you get
Shut down.
the brute that
Doodle-doo,
kicks
shut
everybody's
down
ass.
security.
Yeah.
And you sing yourself a song while
Fun.
you do it. Doodle-doo, shut down security. Doodle-doo, open the door. Doodle-doo, sneaking in the inside.
Walk down the hallway.
So I think Murmich would play the love interest. Ray would play the robot. Silver would be the surgeon putting everybody to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Tim
But
would be the brute.
Permanently.
Yeah, I literally got I literally got this game like an hour before the podcast started, so I am going to try it
Nice.
out before it actually releases though, because even though it doesn't come out till the 10th, I can try it now. I'm very interested because the first game was pretty good, but it was like very, very low budget. And now it looks like they've at least doubled the budget from being under Humble Games for the sequel. So we'll see. All right. I actually do have one Souls-like game on my list though. Just one.
Ooh. What you got?
Gonkosh.
So it's I'm trying to figure out how to actually pronounce it. What is it? Steigen?
Stygian.
Okay.
Stygian.
Outer
Stygian, yeah.
Gods.
Stygian.
Yep.
Stygian.
Stygian. It is Stygian. I've heard the word being spoken. But yeah,
So it's a
Wait,
survival
wait.
horror. It's a survival.
first person
That's-
Souls-like.
Yeah, but it's actually okay. So let me explain. I got a press release on this game.
Hmm.
So
Ah,
this is a survival horror game.
that kind of thing.
Okay.
RPG
for-
elements.
RPG elements, first-person elements, but it's considered only Souls-like in the fact of hand-to-hand combat is going to be the primary way that you play. You will have
Oh.
guns. You will have guns, but they will not be. They will be
Your
very
main
few and
weapons also.
few and far between.
Makes sense.
We're very lacking in ammo.
Yes, it's like old school Resident Evil when it comes to that.
Yeah, conserve your ammunition, save it for the big fights. Yeah,
And
Well,
guess what?
I am well accustomed to that.
I've been watching this game for a while, and I'm pretty excited for the fact that like it's a game where choices actually fucking matter. I like those games. I
Yeah.
hate the games that go like your choices matter and then they don't.
no,
You know,
Mhm.
yeah, you know how that goes. Like your choices matter until the end of the game, and then everybody gets the same ending.
Yep.
So it was really worth trying to make my playthrough any different when you're just going to take it away from me anyway. All right, so this one is Augmented Empire. So this is my. I haven't seen a good XCOM style game in a while, and this one seems like it kind of fits the bill. It was formerly only a VR title, and they completely redid the game in non-VR.
Hmm.
Good to know.
It is literally
Interesting.
a tactical RPG
Augmented
game.
Empire. I'm surprised I
Looks
never
like it's
played
got a
And-
demo too.
Yeah,
And it's got a demo.
demo number 13.
Yeah, but
That's all right.
13 by now.
I'm trying to
Shit.
remember what it was on before. It said something down here. Yeah, it was an Oculus Quest game only
Ah,
for the longest time.
Hmm.
All right. Okay, so back to Murmich and Levity
Yep.
Race.
This one is interesting,
It's free to
to say
play.
the least.
Oh, you found a VR
Yeah.
game.
It's a VR game on hoverboards.
Oh God, talk about motion
oh
sickness.
God. Oh, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
Interesting.
So Murmich, you gonna play this and tell me how bad you throw up?
I'm tempted.
It's free. I mean, it's free to play.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I can imagine so many people are gonna fall over trying to play
Oh
this
yeah.
because they're gonna be leaning and they'll lean too far and then they'll fall over.
In that case, I'd say, Mumich, be careful, please.
I was gonna say this is the kind of game that I would consider like trying to harness, like put on a harness and strap yourself to the ceiling or something. Like,
Yeah.
Good idea.
just let me dangle
Safety
there.
first.
It's fine. It'll be a little bit better that way.
Yeah. Safety first, ladies and gentlemen. Safety first.
Yes. It's just,
People gonna play this, lean over, fall over on their coffee table, hit their chin, knock themselves out.
yeah, pretty much.
Ugh.
Don't describe it in detail. Jeez.
Yeah,
I'm
next
describing
game-
it so people don't make the mistake. Is like when you're playing this, you gotta clear the room, make it soft,
Clear the
cover it in pillows, like however it's gonna be. Be ready.
So, Silver's next game is called Medieval Legacy.
Oh, the art's kind of nice. Reminds me of Potion Craft.
Oh,
Eh,
really?
And it's a
Little
life
bit.
sim.
The character design,
Yep.
anyway.
You know me. I like sim simulators, life sim or build simulators. I like those kind of things. It's something to really break the norm of me just playing RPGs and shooters.
A
Kinda thing.
medieval life
It's, like,
sim
drastically different.
adventure simulation RPG. It's a very large mishmash of genres. Could be quite interesting.
Just have to wait and see. And
I
yeah,
haven't
but
said
then
that word in a few months, so I'm okay with saying it once.
You're obligated.
Yeah, as long
far
as
as I'm
not
concerned.
every game is like interesting. It's interesting, isn't it interesting, guys?
Ah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
How fascinating.
Oh, that's better at least.
Well,
Yeah.
there's the
I-
alternatives of this game is adorable. Or
Yeah.
This game
Or-
is cute.
This game certainly has an
This looks
intriguing
cool.
vibe to it. Yeah. Or intriguing.
Neat.
I tend to say that. Oh.
There you go. Trying to find the game real quick.
Vindefiant.
A disgruntled employee is fired from his job, sparking a path of rage and destruction. Great!
Silver like this one.
Oh yeah.
This is when Silver goes to the shopping
Ragdolling.
market
Yep.
and somebody goes in front of him with a shopping
Again.
cart.
Again, you see what I mean by the games you miss. Nice
Yeah.
find, that right? You get it.
I need like that
I'll
one.
check that one out. Vindified.
It's funny, the character art in the corner kind of reminds me of
What do you
Celeste
think
when
would
the
be pronounced
characters go
as
evil.
Vindifiant or Vindefiant? I don't know.
Well, no, because I'm thinking it's like vindictive and defiant combination. Vindifiant.
Yeah, makes sense in that case. Yeah. Alright. But I'll be keeping an eye on that one. Does it have a demo?
It does not.
No.
Oh, too bad. But I will keep an eye on it regardless.
Well, it's coming out in a couple days, so wait
Yeah.
too long.
3 days. All right.
Huzzah.
Okay, next one I got is Bionic Bay.
Anything that has Bionic in it, it gives me like some minor hope that it's kind of what I've always wanted. Like, imagine like Bionic Woman, but like kind of like either like a first-person shooter with like life sim vibes, like Deus Ex, but with bionics instead of cybernetics, that kind of thing.
This is a atmospheric puzzle platformer, which oddly enough has a multiplayer racing mode built into it as a side thing when you're done playing the main
Huh.
campaign.
Interesting. Oh shit! Now I'm saying it.
They're
Damn
like
it.
no, yeah, they're like. I read the press release on it, and they're like, well, we figured we wanted to give something for people to replay after they were done, so we built a racing mode onto the end of it. But for the most part, it's a precision platforming game where you can control gravity.
It's always fun.
Gravity. Gravity.
Actually, wait, this looks familiar. I thought we saw this last month.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
Oh, did the date of its release change?
It
yeah.
sounds like it might have been delayed.
It needed
yeah,
polish.
I definitely
yeah,
remember that.
'cause
But I
if
felt like it was
recall correctly, last
'cause
month
they-
we had a few
because I
games that were
played
like-
the demo for it, which is available right now, and I figured after playing the demo and being so impressed with it, it was worth to bring it up again.
Did somebody say demo?
Yeah, demo. Da, 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 da.
What are we at? Somebody in chat, tell me what are we at now?
Yeah.
shit.
We helped you
16?
halfway through. You guys got to finish it. Come on.
16. I think?
Okay. So the game I was
14,
talking about
15?
for us to play
Yes, it's that.
after the podcast next month is called Rocket Squad Infinity, and here is the game right now. There's loot, which I mean, who doesn't love loot?
Ah. Hmm. Oh, it actually has. Oh, you can actually defend yourself too. Good to know.
Yeah, think of those squad extraction games that we kind of play, like you guys play Sketchy's Contract or all the other ones we play, but as an actual
definitely still have to try one
third-person
too.
shooter.
Yeah, more actiony.
Yeah.
Like GTFO, but not breaking your balls hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to be confused with Rocket League, as if this could
Yeah.
be confused with Rocket League.
This is the prequel.
This is
The prequel to Rocket League.
Look,
Hey,
look. Do not
Jim, don't give me
underestimate
ideas.
Steam's like ability to,
yeah,
give you
that's
suggestions.
true.
Is this game more like this? Rocket League? Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No,
It-
it says
does
it's
that,
like
you're
it says it's like
right.
Helldivers 2 and Warframe.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
Well,
Take it
Gameplay
out.
style wise, that's probably fairly accurate.
I play both games and I'm like, I don't really see.
Okay,
either
but
of
no,
those
no.
games
Think of it.
as
Gameplay
good.
loop. You're in a hub. You choose a mission. Go into the
That's
mission. Complete the
true.
mission. Go back to the
Okay.
hub. Repeat.
Yeah, if
That's the
taking
same
that
in
into
all three of those.
consideration,
Okay,
taking
you
that
know what?
into
I
consideration,
stand
yeah,
corrected. I
absolutely.
have 2 Souls-like games on my list, and this one has a demo. So this
Oh.
is
That's
Turbo
Squirrel.
number 17.
this is a 2.5D Metroidvania with Souls-like combat and puzzles and a full-on RPG.
Did somebody say puzzles?
Yeah.
Gotta be ready to the punch.
Look at the fucking skill tree in the game, though.
Oh god, welcome to fucking Path of Exile's fucking skill tree.
Yeah, which one? 1 or 2?
2 is still massive, but it's a bit more streamlined, so it's actually easy to read. But in the first game, it was abysmal. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to
I remember.
do? Yeah. Oh god, what a mess.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
thought that was pretty impressive.
I prefer vertical skill trees because they're easier to read for me. If it's like full screen, you know, both vertical and horizontal, no, it just becomes too much for my poor mind to
For the
process.
brain.
Man,
Yeah,
Murmich
my poor
loves
little
games
brain
that start
to
with L.
You know what?
Like it or not, Tim.
No, just
Listen here.
Ah. Not you, but listen here.
Lush Foil Photography Sim.
Listen here, you lanky.
Listen here, you little monkey.
You got 3 L's in a row, bro. I mean, sorry.
Bro. Wow.
Bro.
3 L's in a row.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of L's.
Look, I'm sorry that a lot of the games I found had started with L. But
Look,
this one
look,
looked
Tim,
really nice.
I
Tim,
think this is fantastic. that
Murmich
it's-
is taking the L's for us.
Yeah.
Also,
I
this
can
is a
see that.
VR game.
No, I think it's
I
fucking
get it.
wild that this game is published by Annapurna.
It's a VR game.
Annapurna, yeah.
That would
they
make
have
sense.
Certainly, they certainly had like quite.
All right, you better buy and play this thing.
Honestly, I do really want to see
I, no,
what it looks
in
like.
all seriousness, Murmich, I know that like money's money, man, but I wish
Mhm.
that you did review more VR games because none of the rest of us can.
Well, I
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
surprise you next month then.
That would be nice.
A little bit inconvenienced. Otherwise, I would have. Like, I never got to fully play
No.
Uberlaufer, which was a really good, like little stealth game where you got to get out of a bunker, World War II bunker. from
Yeah,
Nazis.
I remember you talking about that game in the past, and you never
Yeah,
got to
I did
finish it.
mention it. Yeah, but I never
Yeah.
got to finish the whole run. It was too hard. I tried so hard, man, but the SS troops were just so annoying to deal with. Stupid headshot fucking proof of helmets. Fuck you.
Alright.
You have to shoot the helmets off and then shoot them in the head.
So Silver's next game is called Static: The Beginning,
Static.
or
Another horror
Flashing Light
So it's-
Simulator.
So it's the
game. Yeah, watch your eyes, people. Watch your eyes.
Yeah.
it's when you take your laundry out of the dryer and
No,
you
no,
didn't
I
put a
didn't
sheet
do
in with
that.
it.
Pretty much.
Static
Yeah,
at the beginning.
Jess, put the fabric sheets in. She didn't do that last week. I almost zapped myself to
Ooh,
death.
yeah.
No!
My hands! I can't
The
touch
next-
anything electronic for the next 10 minutes.
The next thing you know is Tim's walking around the house. Yeah.
Is this why I always get zapped every time I take off my vest at work?
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Whenever you touch a shopping cart and it just yeet.
Ugh. Ugh.
Whenever I touch the table in the break room, ow!
This is why I hate electronics. Sometimes stupid conductive shit, metal.
So Ray's next game is called Nautical Survival.
Yup.
Ooh. Oh,
Another
Ray's
survivor
got a
leg,
survival game.
but
But in
it's
Survivor game
in
is
a
so-
in a
boat.
boat
Oh my gosh.
I'm in a boat,
Hey.
motherfucker.
with fog of war.
I
Kinda.
was just thinking of.
I'm
I
in
was
a
just thinking
boat.
about that. Ah, you know what? Here's a game suggestion.
Hmm.
Barrow Trauma. If you guys can get it. That
Do I have it? I think I have
is
it.
that is a game I would love to try with you guys because that requires cooperation.
Has anybody actually ran into their game of the month yet, or did they just?
Oh
forget
darn.
to-
Oh, no, I don't
yeah,
care,
no.
Obama.
You
Not
can
yet,
post
no.
them afterwards, but usually I like to
No, it's
mention it when
coming. It's coming up.
Okay. It's fair. All right. Good. The reason I brought that up because mine's coming up in this batch of games.
Alright.
Next one is my nostalgia is going to, peak this month because the Lunar series, which is a great JRPG series that actually started out on the Sega CD, is
Mm.
getting a remastered collection, which is the completed version of Lunar 1 and 2 are finally going to be available to play on PC.
Wow.
That's
Back-
Change your pants after this, Tim.
And after, like, dude, when this came out on Sega CD, it blew away, like, anything else that you could play at the time. Like, it was that advanced at the time. Like, anime cutscenes in your video game? Like, there was none of that back then.
Gasp.
The Sega Genesis and Sega CD actually had a tremendous amount of good Japanese RPGs on them
Mm-hmm.
that you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
never heard of.
Most likely.
But yes, I'm very excited. This is probably one, no matter what it costs, I will go out and buy it because I love the games, and buying them in physical is tremendously expensive.
Mhm.
Especially getting yourself a working Sega CD to play the original, unless you want to play the PS2 re. At this point, what are you gonna call it? Remaster before the remaster? I don't know. All right. And then this is my game of the month, which is Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is going to
Yep.
Game Pass day fucking one. I'm so
Yep.
excited.
I'll be actually playing that, believe it or not. The vibe.
We're getting
It's a
another.
Vegas
We're
movie
getting a
vibe.
turn-based RPG.
Yep.
Ooh.
With one hell of a nice art style.
Yes.
And they betrayal. The ones who come after.
The aesthetic is pleasing to my eyes. Yes, please do give me more. Show me more, tell me more, give me more.
So Dan, if you were wondering which one I was fucking talking about, this is what I'm talking about. It's gonna be on Game Pass day one.
Expeditions 33.
It does look good.
It's a good
So
mixture of
play
old
50,
school Final Fantasy and like Persona at a baby.
Yeah.
I still can't believe they exist.
And I'm a huge fan of the world that they created. It's so unique.
I just need foot.
Yes.
You can turn into a Levron.
Whoa.
And there's numbers when you hit things. I already like it.
Yay!
I know,
Numbers
right?
get bigger.
Yeah.
We need to cross the sea. Bobby said you could help.
Numbers.
For all my old school RPG players out there, you used to have to level your character up and then do it like get a special ability to break the 9,999 mark.
Mm-hmm. There's a number of turn-based games that still do that, or have certain limits.
We're gonna take down the painters just
Dude, I'm so excited.
Take you for a
It's finally coming out.
I can tell. I know, right? I've been watching that game for a while.
No, I didn't like. I was excited before I found out it was coming to Game Pass, let alone after.
Our fight is not over.
All right. Speaking of nostalgia again, the next game is Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves. It's the first Fatal Fury game in like what 14 years.
Wow.
And it's got literally Ronaldo Silver, because probably know a little bit about soccer. They literally put Ronaldo in the game as a playable character.
Funny.
Oh yeah, I love me some good fighting games. I know they may not be as popular as like Tekken and all the rest of them, but I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I
of-
like the classic Yakuza too.
Well,
Man,
City
I-
of Wolves was a fucking beat 'em up game back in the day, which is funny enough. All right, next one from Murmich is the game that is going to be on Dare Drops, and that's Portal Fantasy.
Eep. Wrong portal. There you go.
This is very much Pokemon inspired.
I'm gonna make this my game of the month just because the trailer was so funny.
Does it have a demo? Well, check for that after the after the trailer.
See spectacular landscapes. Get your butt walloped by our magnificent porbles.
Makes me a butt wallop.
They're just these cute little monsters who will try to murder you any chance they get, unless you capture them first. Mash buttons.
Yeah.
You a charm
Creature
of
capturing,
unbelievable
slavery at its
by the
best.
game of chess. Chess mixed with fencing and magic, monsters and energy drinks.
Our world got away with it. We can too.
Yeah.
People, it's a video game.
Capture all 100
No, the trailer is fucking hilarious though.
It is good.
interesting items. Our shopkeepers are friendly.
It's got its own aesthetic, which is nice.
Enjoy your stay.
That's why I like the fact that it's gonna be on Dare Drops, because at least I'll get to play it. Dare Drops is pretty dead over the next couple months. Like they're like the second quarter is always terrible for us. No shit. There's like hardly anything on there.
I wish what I was waiting for didn't come out in June.
You started as a hero in the world
Right.
of Valeria, and you're a new student at the Portal Academy.
What, Doom, Doom, and Doom?
Choose your first Portal, which can be
No,
Aqua,
that's in May.
Ruby, or Axolotl.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You can
I've
start battling
got
with
something
Axolotl
else
Portals
that comes
and
out in
Portals.
June.
Portals can attack,
I'm sure you've seen the
defend,
announcement.
and use special
If not,
abilities.
then I'm
You
shocked.
can also use fusion to give
Because
portals
Dive,
upgrades and
there's a big
customize them.
gigantic hint.
You have to plug
Oh,
That's
in
yes,
already
the
been
System
bothered
Shock
with
too.
portals in order to fuse them.
Yep. Finally, after 20 odd years, we are finally getting a modern.
Someone's been waiting. Very long time.
Yeah, for a long time, dude. Because, well, anyway, I'll probably say it for after the whole thing. And now's not the time to be talking about that.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why I couldn't find it, but it's because it has Chinese symbols in the title.
Ah, yeah, apologize.
Of course.
Apologies.
Oh, that's fine. I was just like, I know I typed that in exactly right. What the fuck?
Yeah, I should always mention if a game that I find has Japanese or Chinese characters at the beginning.
You just say if there's moon runes or not. If there is, then we know to look for them.
No demo.
In fact, I should-
Oh man.
Sad.
Oh, no. Sad face. I'm pretty sure that's actually Japanese, not Chinese. Or is yeah, there's a Japanese characters, right?
It's Chinese.
Well, Japanese uses Chinese characters for kanji, so I think
Well,
that's Chinese.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does have full English and Chinese audio.
Ah, okay.
Well, that's
so
good.
It is Chinese. Yeah. I'll start using the English UI.
Usually they don't even bother translating it. So the fact that they did at least gives me some quality.
That's why I
They're at
like
least
to look out for
expecting some
games.
English-speaking audience. To be
Exactly.
interested, which is good.
Exactly.
Yes, of course. That you should. You never know. If hey, you make a good game, and you know you make the UI readable or legible for a lot of people, then hey, people will visit your
Right,
scene.
now you're asking a lot.
It kind of gives me. So, if you've ever heard about a game called Claire, I know that's literally what it's called. It gave me that kind of like horror vibe. So it's kind of what piqued my interest, and also, you know, I like my Asian horror games, man. They just do such a great job of creating those like panic-inducing or what do you call them?
Okay,
what-
before
Hence,
this
what?
before
yeah,
this trailer plays, I'm gonna say I love the
Jumping
name
Jazz
to begin with,
Cats.
and then I saw it's
Jumping
published
Jazz
by,
Cats?
by Team 17, and I'm like, oh,
Yep.
okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
a good old
Yes, it
classic when
is.
it comes to publishing. They're like a legends of publishing at this time. They've been going
It's a
for
party game,
30
too.
years.
Oh my lord.
Tim's like, son of a.
As in, all of us can play.
Oh boy.
It's got both co-op and PvP modes.
There are so many party games out. Oh my word.
Well, people buy them, especially that repoed game.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but I'm actually
that's more-
looking really forward to playing
it's more
that.
like a.
It's heavily cooperative because you need to literally like lift enemy objects to make more dosh.
Ah,
And you need to
okay.
make sure you don't bump it against anything, and there are hostiles in the level to make it more challenging. But there are weapons you can defend yourself with, like grenades, mines, guns, swords.
All right,
and
you got one
various
for
other
me.
weapons.
You got one for me, Bray.
Yay! I'm on the board.
Jumping jazz.
Or wait,
No
actually,
demo. No demo though, so I
You're
gotta
on the
take
board
it off.
from
No demo.
me.
Ah.
No, I was kidding.
Boo.
All right. So my next game
That's
is
true.
called Yasha: Legends of the Demon Blade.
Visual novel or
It is a action roguelike game.
ah? Okay, surprising.
The only problem with this game, it does have a demo, but it does not have English audio. But it looked interesting enough that I felt like giving it a chance anyway. It has English, it has English dialogue. It just doesn't have English
Yeah,
audio.
that's fine
Full-
by me.
It's not
That's
full
fine
audio.
by me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm okay with it. I would prefer,
Doesn't look bad.
full dialogue. But hey, not everyone can afford that kind of,
Yeah.
the kind
Okay.
of amount of spoken dialogue.
So this actually gave me quite a surprise. Is I used to play where is it? What in the fuck? Why can't I find it? I know I typed it in right. Hmm. Am I losing my mind?
Not for that reason.
Exactly.
You're looking for Brave, Phantom Brave.
Yeah, there you go. Phantom Brave, got it. I wrote it down wrong. It's my fault, right?
Hey, Silver, something I just noticed
Mhm.
on the list. Woo is coming to Steam.
Yes.
You can play it on your Steam Deck now.
saw. That depends if they do.
Hey, spoilers,
if they
guys.
Don't do. It depends if they don't do what Hoyo did with Honkai Impact, where they stated literally in the game Steam page that you could not link your
An existing account to
Yeah,
an
to
account
Steam.
using Steam. Yeah.
yeah, but that that was back then, like 2020, something like that. So I
Not to
don't know
mention
about
that's
this.
a different company. So.
We'll see what Kudo Games if they'll be generous with that or not. Then I'm like,
It
hey,
might
look,
be a
another
requirement
game
for
I
Steam.
don't like. I look at that. I don't have to play this on a mobile fucking device anymore.
Yes.
Okay, but the reason
Yes, it would be
the reason
nice,
I brought up
'cause
this
the game
game
tends to
before
crash
is
though.
because I used to actually play this series a long time ago, and I was very
Mhm.
surprised that they actually brought it back to make a new game. That's all.
Phantom Brave. I think you've
Yeah.
mentioned this.
Yeah, it was a long
franchise.
time ago.
The art style
Yeah.
should be very familiar. It's the same as all the Disgaea games. And
That's true.
All right, last game for this set is Tempest Rising. Which is literally published by 3D Realm Silver, which is like hilarious.
Yeah. I kind of wish they would go back into actual game development, but I understand. that they
Isn't
gotta
3D
get back
Realms
into,
working on Painkiller?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reboot. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And they also are making a game called Path. They're finishing up that. That's their that was their latest shooter. I don't think I've ever mentioned that, have I? Well, I'll talk about it if.
But what
hopefully it
what
gets finished
Tempest
up.
Rising is basically an homage to classic RTS games.
Yeah, I love my real time strategy. Go, Command and Conquer. Hell yeah. My first foray into such things.
We are getting close to the end, at least of my list, and Silver's kind of close. All right, let's see.
I've got 2 left.
Mermitch has 2 left, which is
Yep.
Sunderfolk.
Mm-hmm.
Sunderfall. Or is it Sunderfault?
Folk.
Yeah, I did see
Thunder
this game.
Folk.
Oh, Thunderfolk. Yeah, I did see this game, but I thought, well, it's on my list. I'll let it happen.
Yep. Because this
For
looked
many seasons, the
pretty
Light
fun.
Tree has protected Arden.
Good evening,
But
Dad
all
Forky.
is
How's
not
it going?
well in the Sunderlands.
very bizarre.
The Sunderfolk of your village.
Alright. Dad, I have
To
been
you,
out.
the guardians of this town.
Yeah, my internet's not behaving very well right now. Hopefully,
Mm.
hopefully it's not going to affect the actual stream part. But yeah, the playing
Still
of-
streaming good.
Into darkness in
Okay.
search of answers.
means the download's bad, the upload's good. That's all that matters.
Oh,
Indeed.
heroes. I am afraid the ogres were just the beginning. You know what they say? A monster a day keeps the.
Yeah, this looks pretty interesting. I've seen a lot of key sites already promoting the shit out of this game, so hopefully I'll be able to try it out myself.
You know what they say? A monster a day keeps
It's
the
a local co-op party-based
Oh,
RPG.
dear.
Hmm.
Shadowstone everywhere. The corruption is so powerful.
Don't see that every day.
So
Yeah, you don't.
Arden has protected. Disappointing.
It's like similar to For the King.
Test your
Okay, I'm down.
resolve. Face unfathomable threats. Find camaraderie
Alright.
and employ
And
strategy.
let's see. Silver's next game is
But your adventures just getting
Rail
started.
God. Oh God, Rail Gods. Okay.
Yeah, real
And
gods.
like any good adventure,
Of Hysteria.
this one is
Hystara?
best.
Yeah,
Yep.
Terra.
Hysteria, yeah. Oh, his.
It's
Oh,
a-
Hysteria.
It's a 5-player game. That's an interesting number.
Always
Indeed.
is, unless they're doing like an asymmetrical thing. But I know Silver would not pick up an asymmetrical game.
No, I would not. They are not something I would play, as you well know.
Post-apocalyptic Lovecraftian. I can see why Silver picked it.
Haha.
Got that
Indeed.
Lovecraft in it, baby.
Absolutely.
Survival, base building, crafting, huh? That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. That could be good.
Quite the blend of genres now.
I mean, it's a great concept. It's all about execution, but could be very fun to play.
Who knows?
And it's got a
What
demo.
they say, don't knock it till you try it.
Demo.
A demo. Demo number.
Demo.
Demo number a lot.
Something.
Oh, gosh dang it. I don't do it so
18?
well.
18, 19, something like.
Yeah, thanks, Ray, for trying to help me remember. Yeah. Like, why can't you keep track? It's just a number.
I'm just splitting this
It
pause
should
for a
be
second
that
so we can load
hard.
up all at once. Wow, PvP
yeah.
game on Ray's list. Holy shit.
Whoa.
Well, you should recognize this one. It
Oh, yeah.
looks similar to
Uh,
Chucklefish's Wargroove.
gosh dang it. Yeah, I say War Group. There you go.
Yep. I
clearly
also
inspired
found
by it.
this.
Yeah,
I
very
also
much.
had
found
my
this.
eye
I
on
was
it
like,
for a little
oh
bit.
my god, this is just looks like Wargroove.
This is closer. This is like Wargroove, but closer to what Wargroove was inspired by. So,
Yep.
Yeah, what was the name of the game that was inspired by Freedom Force?
I'm trying to remember suddenly. No, it's why can't I remember anymore? Advance Wars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Advance Wars.
Which they, what is, the Switch got a Advanced Wars, or a remake, right?
They got a reboot of the original Advanced Wars to two of the original Advanced Wars games, and it was not received very well because they went from 2D to like a pseudo 3D.
Oh, that always works really well. People love that.
Yeah, you got a little far from your mic there, Tim.
Oh, there you go. That better?
Yeah.
All right, so my next one is...
That's my pick of the month, by the way.
Okay, well, great.
That up.
Warside. This is a mare zone, which basically you're you're dropped in the middle of nowhere, and it's a interactive fiction puzzle game.
Ooh.
It reminds me very
Puzzle
much
game.
of like, yeah. So basically, it's almost like Myst in the fact that they took a game that was very very old and transformed it into a
That's
modern
cool.
game. Yes. I remember seeing this DVD cases for this game, or like back then it would have been like multiple CD cases for this game back in the day in like computer shops, and I was like, somebody literally took and remade this whole entire game. Yes, they did, which I found to be very impressive, and the fact that if you look at the difference between the gameplay, it is very substantial. But I love these type of games. Like I grew up with like Myst, and I even played for the people that know way back then the game Pissed, which they made like
Wait.
a parody game of Myst. Yeah, it was. It,
Was it,
it was
wait, did you just say pissed?
yes, it
Demo.
was literally called Pissed. Yeah, it has a demo. It has a demo,
Demo.
and the price is already available. It's $40.
And you gotta follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These types of games are very rare anymore, so like you have to try and get them out there if you find them. I know Ray loves
Absolutely.
puzzles, but I love listen, I hate streaming games with puzzles because I take my time to figure shit out.
Of
But
course.
but I'm not one of those people that's like, I got this 5 seconds in. I'd be standing there for 10 minutes being like, fuck.
Yeah.
How long do I
Understandable,
sit here
Tim.
and wait until I find a guide, right?
That's understandable, Tim.
All right. My next game is Monster Prom 4.
Hey. Wow, they're actually going real deep into those games, aren't they? I'm like fourth already? Wait, what happened to 3? I mean,
I
kind
love
of the.
I love how that this one is literally they get their own festival, a con.
Hmm.
I actually really find these games funny. Actually, my daughter Deborah has played all of them,
I think I have the first 2.
and it has a demo. Everybody,
Demo number
We've
27.
surpassed 20. Woohoo!
which is impressive.
Right?
Oh, hi, indeed.
And this is the reason I told you spoilers, guys. The last one on my list is literally Wuthering Waves.
Wuthering Waves, which I am actually
Ah.
shockingly playing right now, by the way.
I'm surprised
I know,
you
I know.
didn't find that silver.
Oh, he knew.
Look,
He knew. He
I
knew.
I actually wasn't aware.
Oh,
of
you
the
weren't
Steam
aware.
release anytime soon. I would have guessed by eventually that it would have come to Steam.
Yeah, I went
wouldn't
to
have
try
come
this
so
game
soon.
out on Epic, and it didn't fucking work.
Oh, weird.
What? Oh, that's a damn shame.
That was
It
right
is
at launch,
fun.
though. It didn't work. At least it didn't work on Jess's computer.
If you want my short opinion from what I've played so far, it is better than Genshin. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but it's better than
wow.
Genshin.
Wow.
It's better than Genshin in every way.
They
Combat,
should,
movement,
should-
art
you should-
style. I'm sorry, but the art style is better.
you should
It is a
tell
more darker, grittier Genshin, though, basically, if you can imagine that.
you
Definitely
should
less vibrant, but more on the oh, evil everywhere kind of vibe.
you should definitely tell Ava in Potato Corn. Awesome.
That's true. I haven't actually told her I'm playing the game, but she probably heard that now.
Hey, when it
The
comes
only
out on
ones that
Steam,
know,
when it comes out on
you
Steam,
guys.
I'll drag Jess kicking and screaming to make her try it.
but I'm playing on the European server because, well,
No, it's fine. I just want her to try it.
As- Because nobody's playing with him, so
Yeah, I got you.
no need to
But
suffer
I'm
through
telling
American
you,
servers.
I'm not switching.
Alright.
If anyone wanted
Last-
to play it with me, because there is co-op, but you need to reach not 16, but a little bit further. Co-op is unlocked later into the game, later than
So-
you would expect.
Mermit just got
Avatar:
another
The
VR
Last
game.
Airbender in VR.
I'm not sure if you can actually play co-op in Overworld.
Oh.
I think you can.
Mermit,
Or if
the
it's
game has
restricted
a
domains.
literal play test. You can request and play it now.
Yes.
There you go.
Have you done so, Mummage?
Not
If
yet.
not, why not?
All it takes is one click, you prick.
Hey, dear.
No, I meant that in a loving way. Come on.
He does.
He's
Yeah,
he's my big boy of the stream. He's the one that
Really?
Thought you'd forget about that, did you?
Yeah, you really thought Tim would forget about something that
Aw.
you said.
Oh, thank you for the money, big boy. Very excited.
He's never gonna live
I
it.
think my wife's questioning
least
her
at
marriage to
least
me at
until
this
we
point.
get
She looks over at me like I was
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, I was like, you
Like
got
a
something to tell me,
mess.
Tim? You
She
got-
knows that.
Timothy, have you got something to tell me? I'm sorry,
She
I know.
Timothy? Who the fuck is that? I'm sorry.
Come
The,
here!
the junkyard is the next one.
Yeah.
S-
Yeah.
It's a
You
game
kinda
where
give me like
where you bang
Grim
bitches in
vibes
a
in a way.
junkyard.
no, it's got nothing to do with adult content at all.
Aw, I'm
unless you
It
consider
doesn't look
disappointed.
like it has much to do with the junkyard either from this trailer.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's true. It's like the back rooms,
But it's like
it's in like a Walmart.
you know what? I have actually been very curious.
As far as
about
we
some
know,
of these,
Walmart might be in the
backroom
back
games.
rooms.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
If you wanted to know more, the backrooms has a whole wiki where
Yeah.
you can literally like explore different levels of it, and I think one of them is actually like it reminds me of
IKEA.
like the IKEA, yeah, like the IKEA thing.
Oh, that's great.
But that's like
great.
a creepypasta in and of itself. But what I mean is like a whole floor dedicated to like nothing but store shelves and all sorts of products.
All right, sold.
So
I'm
you can
buying it.
imagine.
I'm buying a whole set. I
Unlock
can
the shelves.
I can play a horror game and build my shelf that I need for my bedroom. Sounds good. Sounds like a good idea to me.
I'm doing this for my shelf.
Yeah, I know. Why are you spending so much money
Puns.
on this game? I need to build a shelf here.
I'm feeling,
punctuation.
I'm feeling so self-conscious about my shelf. Okay,
All right,
it's
so
not big enough.
Ray's last game is Dot Defense.
Is that damage over time or? Ooh, I guess it does mean that kind of thing, but not exactly. DOT defense.
So it's kind of a real-time strategy-esque tower defense.
Remind- Oh, power defense.
And tower defense, yeah, it's
oh, tower
sort
defense.
of well, with real-time strategy elements and stuff. It looks like
I actually.
there's wave defense
so it's,
modes. It's PvP and co-op as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So it's a cross between like Gemcraft with like Command and Conquer and that kind of thing.
Probably.
So it's like a mix between
But I thought the art
Gemcraft
style was
with
like
tower
cute
defense.
and funny, and it looked like it'd be very entertaining.
Indeed.
It's great. All right, so
Hey, I like
Silver's the
games
only
like
one with games left. The one got a couple of games. Yep. So
I am.
Yes, you
No,
are.
say it ain't so.
Yes.
all right.
Did I mention that had a demo, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I did. It
Dep-
does.
Okay. Devil's Derby, which does not have a demo. I'll check beforehand this time. We have found our absolute silver game for the month. All right, cool.
What do you mean absolute silver?
Yeah. No, that's the silver game right there.
It's the
It
boomer
was
shooter.
several.
It's
It was
the boomer
several
shooter.
shooters. What are you talking about?
No,
Okay,
there
yeah,
was
but
a-
this is like the clearly the one.
yeah, this is what we think about.
It's
when
even
we-
got platforming. It's perfect for you, Silver.
Yeah, so I can bitch about it for a half hour. I mean,
Fuck me.
I want a full review of this game, sir.
I can try.
I want 100% completion, all secrets,
Yeah,
Oh.
see?
difficulty.
Oh shit! I don't even have that in fucking Dusk, and I really enjoyed Dusk.
I mean, it comes out tomorrow, Silver. You got all month to do it.
That's true. That is true. There are 28 days in the month
Yeah.
after today.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time, man. He can do it. Everybody tell him he can do it.
But,
He can do it.
You can do it.
And you don't have
I
to
mean,
take
I
a
guess
hundred.
I can.
You don't have to take
that's true.
178 hours to finish the game either. So.
Dan's daring you to 100% Golem if you can't finish it.
Oh, for the love of Christ! No, stop this! It's my turn to punish Tim now. Oi! Not
Next
that I
one
said I
is
would, but you know.
the next one is Scarab.
Yep.
Which is very
Scarab.
old school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. There is more
Another-
boomer shooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
But
thought
the
I
other
only had
ones-
one?
Yeah, but the other one's definitely more of what I think of.
Yeah,
Right.
this is like a speed boomer.
This is
shooter.
like a retro boomer shooter.
Yeah, this is like Castle,
The
like
other ones.
Wolfenstein 3D type
Yeah.
boomer shooter. But I like there's more than
Yep.
weapons than just guns, because like a spear.
Mhm.
So there was
Yep.
a mace.
Flies. You can just like throw flies at enemies.
I love how
I
they
have the power. to
the
pick off
developer's name is DOS Man Games.
I think I've heard about them before.
Yeah,
There's
hydrate
one
regime.
that's
I'll hydrate.
there's
Okay.
one similar to this, and it's called Exhumed or Power Slave in America. I don't know why they decided to call it Power Slave in America and Exhumed in Europe. Makes no sense to me. But
That's part of the
Exhumed
boomer
makes
shooter
more
bundle
sense.
right now, Silver.
Ooh,
There's
nice.
a fourth boomer shooter bundle on Humble right now that has Forgive Me Father 2 and that game in it.
Oh.
Ooh,
I
as well.
I recommend that to anybody. Fine. You
Hey,
know
we
what?
even got a price on this. $3? That's pretty cheap.
Oh my God, Silver, can you afford that? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, it was like £3 in my currency.
I'm gonna have to trade in all my food stamps to buy that game.
Oh no, you won't eat tomorrow, but you get to play something cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need food,
Yeah.
I need death.
The Night Museum is the next game on the list.
Ooh. Night at the museum? Wait, no, that's something else.
Yeah, Night at the Museum is a different game. Yeah.
There actually was a game of that movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was back when
yeah.
you know how they made those excellent
Oh,
movie
yeah.
tie-in games back then, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love how I look up and he's just dead. You want to play?
Oh god, he's dead.
It's like, do you want to play a game? No, I can't afford the game. Sorry, I'm gonna leave. That's fine. I'll just go get a slice of pizza.
Sorry, man, I'm too poor.
Yeah, I can't afford to play the game.
But then you are not welcome in this museum.
Bang.
Last one on this list is once a porn a time too. I mean, sorry, once upon a
What?
puppet. It's
You're
no,
like, that's not what I fucking typed, and you know it.
No, if you look at the stream right now, it says once upon a puppet, and then the next game down is
Oh
once
my
a
God.
porn
What
a
the
time too.
fuck? Oh, come on.
I'm gonna be honest, Tim, when you said that, I thought you were just pulling that out of your rear, but now that I see
No.
that,
The worst part is he typed in once. It's so popular that it popped up that quickly.
Oh, it's only
That is the
$15,
sad
guys.
part.
It's only $15, guys.
Yeah, Memish is the one.
it's
that
only
recommends
$15,
this.
so you only have to pay it once.
Hey, you know what's funny about mentioning Gollum? Gollum is was published by the same publisher as this game.
Yeah. Did you know they actually made the Drakensand games? Daedalic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you believe you
From the
mentioned
Dark
that before,
Eye.
yes.
Yeah,
I
from the
saw
Dark
this last
Eye,
night and I thought, you know
franchise.
what? This is interesting. So I sent it to Silver because I thought, it's not really my type of game, but this looks interesting enough to where Silver would definitely find it interesting.
Oh, so it was interesting, huh? That's why you looked at it? Because it was interesting.
Yeah, so
It
let's just
also
say it a
looks
few
really
more
well
times.
animated, okay?
It was interesting, huh?
Yeah.
It's pulling it
Hey,
in.
there's a demo for this game.
Hey!
Over
we hit
20
30 yet?
demos.
Who is keeping count?
I know.
Sadly, no, we have not reached 30 demos.
A lot though. A lot though. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, indeed.
I'm enjoying this era of gaming that is giving us so many more demos.
Well, yeah, it's a good way to advertise your game. Somebody plays it for 10
Yeah.
minutes and can actually see
let
if they
people
like
play
it.
it before they buy it a little bit.
Yeah, wow.
So they can actually see what kind of a product you're trying to sell them instead of,
All right,
trying
Silver,
to
can you
gyp
actually
them into
see the
buying it.
stream or no?
Give me a sec.
No, I'm saying, can you? Just asking.
Pull it up.
Oh, for goodness sake. Why does Twitch do that whenever I minimize it? It like freezes the stream. It's very annoying.
No, I want to show
Yes,
everybody
I can
something
see
real
the
quick.
stream. I can
Okay,
see the stream,
so
yes.
we're gonna show everybody the humble bundles right now because there's some awesome stuff in there, and I got like 5 minutes to kill. All right, so here the Boomer Shooter 4, bada bing, bada boom. Literally, Serious Sam, Turbo Overkill, which me and Silver both know are fantastic. Forgive Me Father
Oh, yeah.
2, Dead Link, which
Can
I
we play
played
co-op?
as
If we can play co-op,
Necromunda
actually.
Hired Gun, which is fucking fantastic because it's like Doom 2016. Graven and Power Slave. See, Silver?
Yeah. I've almost finished that. I need to finish it off. I'm at the
Which is
last level.
literally $16 for the whole bundle.
Yeah, Power Slave Exhumed is well worth the purchase price of just that alone.
And for
Because
anybody
Night
who's
Dive published it.
and for anybody that's new to the channel and hasn't played it before, see this EDF Force collection? Yeah, it has EDF, World Brothers 2, EDF 5, EDF World Brothers, 4.1, and the whole every DLC for it. If you want a good way to introduce yourself to EDF, which is one of my favorite franchises, $25, you get all the DLC for 4.1. You get 5, you get World Brothers 1 and 2, and you get Iron Rain too, which is
it Iron Man?
yeah, it's Iron Rain. Yeah, there's Iron
Is
Rain
there?
here.
Okay.
But yeah, like I would totally recommend that shit.
Absolutely.
And
Mhm.
also, yeah, we'll go over the humble choice too, because it came out today. So we got Tomb Raider Remastered, Dredge, Alien Dark Descent, which I've played quite a bit of. 1000
Dredge is a great game.
1000X Resist, which I've heard Silver talk about before.
Yep. That was
So
on
got
my lists of the month.
Nomad Survival, which I said there was a survival game in there. Distant
Yeah,
Worlds 2.
let's maybe give me a copy of that.
Oh, nice.
Nomad Survival.
Distant Worlds 2, which is kind of like close to Stellaris in the way it plays. Diplomacy is not an option, which is awesome. Noble Lands, which we played on Coffee in India a long time ago. So, yeah, totally recommend Humble Choice for $12. Getting Tomb Raider, Dredge, and 1000 Resist is worth it alone. Yeah,
Yep.
especially Dredge. Dredge is even worth $12. So I totally recommend it.
It's got a
Everything
great
else
story,
is steal.
great pace.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you everybody for checking out the podcast this month. I greatly appreciate your patience. So this is actually going up on YouTube for the first time in 8 months. I'm actually going to be able to edit my fucking video and put it up on YouTube. I know.
Trying to edit it.
Oh, it's fucking great. But yeah,
We're going
so
off script.
for the people that are going to be watching on YouTube, this is where
Hello.
we're gonna say goodbye to you all, but hello to you all and welcome back because we're gonna actually start posting this monthly there again.
Welcome back.
But yes, like I said, the Patreon kicks back into gear on Friday. I will have a new Divinity Original Sin 2 video on Friday that will go up, along with a couple other things. And like I said, I'm working out stuff with them through Dropbox, so we'll be able to move some of their content that they can make if they want to, and it will go up as well. Uh, but with that being said, thank you so much. And Silver, say the thing.
Schlong out.